have a visual effects budget to fill in there.
Oh.
We shaved the back of our heads. Just
Oh yeah. For our the Jewish members of our audience.
This is for punk lighting.
Okay.
Is it supposed to be open?
yes.
Countdown.
Yeah, leave it open.
5.
I don't know anything about sound.
3,
Oh, must be
2,
one.
go.
What headphones?
What are we doing?
Good morning, Rancho Cucamonga.
And all the ships at sea.
Just an hour away from Hollywood. Yeah,
Hour away from everything cool.
but people still drive here and come to the show.
We love this.
Yeah, today it's a Jeff Sargent show with our host, Jakey.
Morning. And my co-host, Jeffrey Sargent.
Producer Dan in the window. He's a clown. His name is Slappy Weinstein, is the alter ego. That's it. And yeah, that was before Harvey.
Yes.
Yeah, he's an ice cream clown. He serves ice cream. And
He needs to get out of that box more often.
we got some guests here today.
We do.
We got Brad Server. We have
Brad Server, introduce yourself.
Andy.
I'm Brett Severa, otherwise known as Curly G, Curly's grandson, the youngest one. Nice to meet you out
Curly's
there.
grandson.
Hey.
And we got Andy Pagana. Andy.
Or Shemp's nephew.
No, you're supposed to say Schwartzy next.
Andy Pagana.
Schwartzy.
Contractually.
And
you
we
have to
got
say
Chris
Schwartzy.
Schwartz. Schwartz.
Don't you dare say my first name.
His name is
How
Schwartzy.
dare you?
His name is
It's Schwartzy.
His name is Schwartzy.
My last name is Schwartz, but they call me Schwartzy. For short.
Schwartzy. Now, I see you got the comedy and tragedy pin on there. Oh, no, is that Laurel and Hardy?
At Schwartzy and Pagana. You sons of bitches. You didn't do your research. And we were going to give you a pin, but you know what? Forget it. All right, here you go.
All right.
So there's a face. There's a face for each of you.
Bravo. What's playing? Hit you up. What's playing?
I didn't do that.
Thank you, sir. Nice. There we go.
Okay.
What the heck was that? Good.
So we're out with
That's the guy in the window there.
Curly's grandson and his two friends.
Pretty much it.
Okay, Brad, how did you become you? I mean, who told you? How did you find out that? How old would Curly be today if he was still alive?
He would be 114 October 22nd.
Wow, 114 years old.
We celebrate. We
We
pay
do.
tribute. The three of us pay tribute every year. The last year was the first tribute of 113 pies. And
Are
my
there things that make you angry?
You're not talking, Brad. Was that a bad word? I didn't mean it like that.
Dan, what are you doing?
What
Dan,
did you say?
Dan, you're starting someone else's show.
Soundboard. He got in here early. I didn't have to get to the right soundboard.
Dan, was it something I said?
Dan, call your sponsor.
Yeah, call her.
It's his shoes on
You
the
think you're
show.
joking?
So what? How? What? Okay,
Yeah.
what side of the fam? What? Okay, your mom's
Curly-
side. What your?
Curly Howard is my mom's first daughter.
AKA your,
Wow.
AKA your Uncle Jerome.
Grandfather.
Grandfather. Wow.
Great Uncle Shemp and Mo, because they were all brothers.
Right.
Maybe all the listeners don't know that, but the Howards, Curly Howard, Mo Howard, Shemp Howard, are all brothers, so they're all in my blood.
Wow.
But thank God they're not all in my pants. That would be kind of weird.
3 and 1. So, but you, when did you realize this?
Well, it's kind of an interesting story. For most of my childhood, my brother, my sister, and I, we didn't know that Curly was our grandfather. So we came home like every other kid, rushed home from school to watch them, only to find out after my brother went to a Broadway show with my grandmother, he said, "That was amazing. I want to be an actor." And she says, "Well, your original grandfather was an actor. He was Curly from the Three Stooges. What do you do with that?"
What do you do with that? So yeah, okay, all right, Mom.
Yeah. So you're like, what, are you going to go home and rush home and tell your friends at school?
Yeah.
I mean, you've watched the Stooges with them for years. Now all of a
It's
sudden
like
you're
being
their
half.
grandfather.
It's like being from Tennessee Tuxedo or something.
It's, yeah.
Hey,
I
Andy,
don't
explain
get
that to me
it. I
later.
don't know.
Okay. Hey, you gotta talk on the mic.
But
Hi, Mike.
hey,
Wow.
but
It's gonna be a long 2 hours.
it's been an honor ever since finding out. But you know, we kept it on the low for most of my childhood because it was people weren't going to believe me anyway.
No, you go to school and you're gonna Curly's my right. They're just gonna
And then
what are
when
they gonna say?
then I just started coming into my own and being a crazy, class clown, crazy space case, everything. People kind of understood once they found out that I was Curly's grandson. Hey, I kind of understand it. That guy's kind of wacko.
Hey, Brad, has that line ever worked on ladies?
It gets me
I'm
slapped
Curly's-
quite a bit.
The good kind of slapped or the bad kind of slapped?
Yeah, the good kind of slap.
Shut up, you.
Oh, I missed that.
So, Chris,
Schwartzy? It's
Schwartzy, hey,
It's
Schwartzy.
Schwartzy. Hi,
So,
how are
so you're affiliated. Do you work with AFI?
Oh, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that on the air.
Oh, actually,
I'm supposed to be at work right now. Well, actually, that's not true. It's way too early for anyone to be working. Especially Dan. That's why he's not doing his job.
hey, we love that. No, we don't hold that.
I do work with a film institute. Yes, with a film institution that shall remain nameless.
Yeah. Now, well, Pat,
represents
you were
America.
at the last AFI party, right?
I was. I love it.
And you know why it's the last one? Because of what you did, Pat. Wait, which party were you at?
I was at the,
Life Achievement?
yeah. It was
For Diane Keaton?
No, not the Diane Keaton one. I was at the one last year. There was a big one over at the Crumbling property, by the House of Pies.
Oh, yeah. That's
know-
where I work every day.
Yeah.
We call it the crumbling property.
Listen, if you take those ramps or stairs, they're falling apart. I mean,
We tried to take them.
Yeah. It's hard to pull them out. Yeah, it's an old institution. It has charm, is what we say.
how long has it been there, Schwartzy?
I didn't know there would be a test.
Yeah.
Since the let's say
Somethings?
50s. Yeah. Ever since Curly's
stairs.
grandfather was there. I don't know. I think it's since the 50s. It was a Catholic women's college called Immaculate Heart College.
Right.
And now there's Immaculate Heart High School at the bottom of the hill still.
Where the cow cells went.
Where the who?
The cow cells.
The cow cells.
Yeah.
The cow
60s
cells.
group.
The Cal Still.
They're awesome.
Also,
This is
where
going to be a
Ty-
long 2 hours, Jeff. This is the worst Hot Chick Friday ever.
also where Tyra Banks went to Immaculate Heart High School.
Did she really?
Yeah,
I
she
did not know that.
Yeah, she did.
As did Saratoga Ballantyne, daughter of Carl Ballantyne and the voice of Mary Jane Watson on the 90s Spider-Man cartoon.
That's right.
This has been Immaculate Heart High School Alumni Talk Radio.
I'm surprised they let you near the high school.
Actually, I'm not allowed near. I have to take the back entrance, but I like it in the back. How clean do we have to keep it on the air?
Not at all.
All right, then here go the pants. Oh, we're still on camera. Yeah, so that's my story. I don't know what my story was.
That's it. We want to know more about this AFI.
Now,
What do you do for the
go
American
to
Film Institute?
AFI.com.
And we heard you worked for a producer as well, true?
Oh, well, that's how Pagani and I met. Yeah, a little producer name. What was her name again? She did that movie with Connie Kennedy. No, it was her sister.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so you worked for Marshall Kennedy.
Yes,
Kennedy
we
Marshall.
did.
Kennedy Marshall, yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
The
Oh, yeah,
power-
no, she-
Put the power first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Whoa.
Frank.
Sorry, Frank. We love you.
Frank knows this. Frank knows his wife is now the head of Lucasfilm.
Yes, for
Yep.
sure. So we worked directly under her. You worked for her more.
I worked for like the company more, but you worked more directly with Frank.
Yeah.
So I was
How
more.
were the two of them? Because she is a legend. She was fetching coffee on Raiders of the Lost Ark, and then in the span of like 2-3 years, she's producing ET and everything else.
I'll just say that she never got me any coffee, so she learned nothing on. She used to get you coffee?
Hell yeah.
Hey, you gotta get your mouth on the friggin' microphone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What are you, maroon?
You know.
Kathleen Kennedy got me
take it
coffee
away.
all the time.
Side mic, by the way. Side mic, boys. Talking to the rubber band.
Don't say that on the mic. Yeah. Hey, Kathy, where are you? Need a refill. We'll freshen up
You've
here,
got
Kennedy.
a quick 90-minute jaunt to Cucamonga in front of you, Kathy. When you're not firing Star Wars directors.
I worked.
Oh, that's true.
Too soon?
I worked with Kennedy Marshall when they made such classic films as. Are you ready for this?
Please say Congo.
Congo.
Oh my God! You were Bravo!
My first screen credit. Chris, the kid Schwartz.
Wow! And
Yeah.
by the way, Congo actually shot part of the movie 20 minutes out that way
Oh yeah.
at the airport. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's where Kevin Grievous, the Black World from Underworld, the one who talks like this. He plays the African soldier who shakes them down before they get on the cargo plane.
You can't say African. You have to say Black frickin' American.
Because it's an African scene, smartass.
African American.
Do your homework, Schwartzy. No one knew you were
I
fired.
worked on the movie. Damn it.
They also shot in
This
season
is another episode of Career Suicide.
Here's a funny.
We started that show.
Yeah, we did.
An accountant from Paramount told me.
Name dropper.
The first, I want to protect his. I want to protect his identity. When they had a look at Congo, when it was when the backlot was run by Sherry Lansing and Jonathan Dolgen, Paramount.
Yep.
Produced Congo. When they had a look at the finished product, they immediately declared Congo as a loss leader. It was, and somebody tried to
We
save
love Congo and Frank Marshall.
Somebody
I told
saved
you my name's on that film, right?
Somebody saved the movie. The guy who did the poster added all the Jurassic Park numbers across the ape's face.
Oh, yeah, I remember that poster.
To make it look like Jurassic Park 2, and the movie opened huge.
Oh, yeah.
And whereas Bruce Campbell has a bet, usually at when I wrote for Fangoria magazine.
Oh,
Bruce
cool.
Campbell would come to our conventions,
Yeah.
and Bruce Campbell would always bet the audience. You know, he goes, bet the audience. You know, name my worst movie, and everybody started screaming Congo. And he called the 14.
I'm offended by that.
Schwartzy, that could be part of that movie.
He flipped off the audience and said, "I die before the opening credits."
It's
Which,
true.
you know,
Yeah.
his eyeball goes. His eyeball is the only thing you remember of Bruce Campbell in the movie. The ape tears on his eyeball. So he goes, "Hey, you're a studio head." He pulls a 10-year-old girl out of the audience. Hey, it's the guy who wrote Jurassic Park. Hey, it's the Kennedy Marshall, Steven Spielberg's producers. And then he shakes the kid's hand and goes, "Congratulations, you just greenlit Congo."
Wow. And that's how movies get made.
Yes. And the amazing thing is the son, the hero in the movie, who has the relationship with Debbie.
Are we going to do 2 hours on Congo?
Hell yeah, we are.
Oh my God.
I gotta go.
I don't even know why you're here.
Do you have a credit on Congo?
No.
Then get the out.
Get out.
Keep
The living
walking.
shit out of you right now.
Hollywood's that way.
Hollywood's.
I'll talk about
I
it.
think that's Ontario's slogan. Ontario, Hollywood's that way.
So how many countries did they go to film Congo?
Well,
One.
they showed it over there.
Just sitting in
The
it.
whole thing here?
No, not
And
you.
the Paramount backlot.
Yeah.
They in fact,
You know way too much about it.
Big Bear resident, former Ghostbuster Ernie Hudson's in the film.
Yeah.
And he's
Doing
sang
a stellar accent.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He's doing Clark Kent. He's doing Clark Gable in Mogambo. If you see the movie, it's true. He's doing.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what he's trying to do?
That's completely what he's doing beautifully. We
Just
like.
say that out loud.
He and my dad went to the same university. Screw you.
I like him.
And that was Schwartzy's first credit.
That was my first credit. Well, all I wanted to say was that when I was with Kennedy Marshall, they made such classics as Congo,
Milk
The
Money.
Indian in the Cupboard, Milk Money,
Oh,
a
By the way,
Map
Junior-
of the World. And then once I left, then they made The Born Identity, Sixth Sense, and Star Wars. So I feel like I was holding them back.
by the way, Indian in the Cupboard.
I love that movie. That was a good
Indian in the Cupboard is where they crushed the guy. The guy was on the scissor lift. The
I
crew
love that
member.
scene. Yeah. Yes.
No. They crushed him against the ceiling in the Paramount backlot. True story.
Wait, this is a real guy that got killed.
Yeah, they killed the crew guy in Indian in the Cupboard.
So one guy got killed.
So
He was
That movie.
mushed against the.
yeah, it happened.
happened.
Hey, you guys want to talk about Twilight Zone?
No,
the movie?
I was holding that
Did Kennedy Marshall work on that?
No,
Frank Marshall
no.
did. Frank Marshall.
Okay, we're not
We don't know
talking
anything
about. We
about
don't know.
that.
We weren't there then. We weren't even born. We had nothing to do with that.
They're making
back to AFI.
career suicide gestures amongst themselves.
Should we talk about the time that you reviewed Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull?
Yes, okay. All right, fair enough. All right, so here was my end of my Kennedy Marshall 10-year. And look, thank you, Schwartzy, bringing up this story.
Please, you have to tell.
Hey, I'm part of it too.
That's
You're
true.
compelled.
I'm part of it.
So I'm a big Indiana Jones fan.
Well, until the last one.
Well, yeah. We hope it's the last
Yeah, we hope it's the last one.
Actually, here's some bad news for you before you tell
know.
the story.
Oh,
Spielberg just announced it while
know.
doing interviews for.
Yes,
He said there's going to be one more movie where Indiana Jones teaches us all about the value of reading. That's why I go to Indiana Jones movies. I need to learn to read.
Knowledge was their power.
Yeah, knowledge was their treasure.
So tell us what you know.
Oh, so this was, so I was a huge Indiana Jones fan.
Oh, no.
I got married as Indiana Jones.
That's true.
Cosplayer.
That's
In
amazing.
the white tuxedo from Temple of Doom.
Yep.
Wow.
And then afterwards, I wore the Indiana Jones outfit, and we got
And at his reception, they served chilled monkey brains.
kind of. We were at the Explorers Club, the Adventurers Club.
The Adventurers Club, yeah.
In Disney World, which is no longer there.
Wow.
Which feels like an Indiana
man,
Jones
they
set.
took that out?
Yeah, they
I
did.
didn't know that.
So,
Also,
need
you
a
can,
room
no
for
longer,
Star Wars stuff.
you can no longer shoot hippos in the Jungle Tour. Jungle Cruise.
so we were very excited about a new Indiana Jones movie, and I kept trying to get a job on the movie. So I kept going to all my friends at Kennedy Marshall. I'm like, get me on the movie, and they're like, no way, you're too much of a fan. You never get on that movie.
No fanboys
They're
allowed.
like, within
like,
2
no.
days, he'll be humping Harrison Ford's leg.
That's what they were afraid of.
So.
But wait, before you get to that part, though, we did sneak on the set one
did
day.
sneak on the set.
We snuck on the Universal back lot because they shot no location stuff on this goddamn movie.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the one where they had all the fake forest, right?
Yeah.
Fake forest,
I
yeah.
did a commercial on that lot, and people go going, those plastic bushes, those are from the next Indiana Jones movie. And you look at the bushes thinking, what? I don't see a temple.
Even Harrison Ford's pubes was a plastic bush. Oh, my Lord. It's true. You didn't know that? That's deep
So
trivia, guys.
continue, Sarah.
That's deep trivia.
Cut to a commercial.
What the hell? We just ended our career.
You're not going to be in his next
What's
movie.
the difference?
Okay, back to your story.
My
there.
heart hurts.
Andy,
Tell the story.
back to
Okay.
your wedding,
My
back to your
heart
wedding
hurts.
day.
That's my favorite line. My heart hurts.
My heart.
So, anyway, we did sneak on.
Do you smell burning toast?
Left arm is numb.
Oh, yeah, not only did we sneak on, but didn't you write our names on the wall?
Oh, I did. Yeah. So there's this awful scene in the movie where they're walking down.
Which one?
This one, when he's walking with Mutt Williams and they're talking about his, adventures with Pancho Villa as a kid. So that was on Universal backlot, and they built out this, section to make it look like I don't know. Are they Mexico? Where are they?
It was like Peru? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, it
They're
was like a little
Peru
village.
One of those
racist.
places.
Yeah, it was like a market.
Right.
Dan, wake up.
I feel like I'm at the Oscars.
That's for Peru.
Dan, put down the guitar.
That's only when we
This is
swear.
for Peru.
I didn't say a bad word.
This is for Peru lighting.
You said Crystal Skull. Yeah, can we get some John Williams?
Go on, sir.
Okay, and so anyway, we did sneak on a set. I have a video of that somewhere, and I wrote our names at the behind.
First and last?
What?
Your first names or your first and last names?
Oh, I think everything.
You don't want to put
Wow.
you put all the information out there.
Moron.
Hey, we're open, man. We're going down. Everybody knows it's us. So we got
So your crew is like the plane crash in Frank Marshall's
alive.
God, stop it.
Unlike Alive, you guys were eating each other by the end of the
Don't bring
week.
if you bring that movie up, Pagani gets really hungry. So just don't.
I want to. Pagano points at the screen. I want a sliver of that guy's ass. Too soon.
Too soon.
So back to the wedding.
Writing your names on the
No.
wall on the
Oh, yeah.
soundstage.
But anyway,
Yeah,
fast
Like a
forward to
true
the-
Hollywood professional.
The movie comes out. They won't let me get on, but we got on anyway.
Yeah.
And we go and see the movie. They actually got us early tickets, right?
Yeah, we went to the cast and crew screening.
Yes.
Yeah. But we already had tickets for the opening night at the Dome because we were so excited for this new movie.
Right.
So, but we knew the night before because we went to the cast and crew how
Bad it was.
bad it was.
No.
Yes.
So we go anyway, right? Because we were going with a big group.
But yeah, so we had to go and we had to pretend like we hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
So we're going and we're pretending we're excited and we know it's just
And we're not that good
awful.
actors.
Yeah. It's awful. And it's awful. And so we go watch the movie and we come back out and there's all these people interviewing, the crowd about what they think of Indiana Jones.
Meh.
And they're like, so we get online and they're like, did you like this movie? And I'm like, no. And they're like, is Indiana Jones back? And I'm like, Indiana Jones is not back. I'm like, this movie's atrocious. Everything. And I just
On
railed.
camera. Yeah, he's doing all
I
this.
just railed. And by the way, so did he.
I'm next to him going, yeah. You should kill George Lucas.
He was like, you should kill George Lucas.
No.
Well, but anyway, when they put out this video the next morning, they cut him out completely.
Oh
It's just me
no!
going-
Save your career.
And it's just me. It's just me interspersed through the whole thing, just railing on this. Indiana Jones is not bad. This movie's awful.
Oh man.
And of course, everybody at Kennedy Marshall sees it.
Oh, yeah.
immediately.
Oh no!
And that's when we heard from them. Frank Marshall's assistant said that was career suicide.
Yeah, you just committed career suicide. Which, 10 years later, we're on Chaotic Radio at 7 o'clock. Clearly.
This is what Chris looks
This is a
like.
cautionary
boys.
tale, boys. Cautionary tale.
Will they
You
let
hit
you on
every-
the ride at Disneyland?
You hit every rung on the success tree and wound up here.
They got your picture. They got your picture there. Do not let this man on this ride.
They committed. I mean, this movie is atrocious.
It's so
right?
not good.
Come on,
They-
it deserves to get banned.
They made a flavor of the
need some
month
new
Indiana
movies.
Jones' son.
Wait, does Brad like it?
You better not.
I
like
never
this
even
movie.
saw it.
The Crystal Skull?
No.
All right, that's the right answer.
So
I
that's
saw
how
the first
we
one
do,
only.
We do these movie reviews. Schwartz and I do these movie reviews, and almost every single movie review, we take a dig at that movie.
Yeah.
So there's always, no matter what we're talking about, we find a way to bash.
I wrote for
Crystal Skull.
Nuke the Fridge, which is named after one of the
sure.
only
Oh,
good
yeah.
scenes in the movie. You know,
Wait,
I-
did you just say good scenes?
hey, I would argue the first 20 minutes are Spielberg. The groundhog coming out of the mountain.
You know, the green screen warehouse? Come on. Come on.
yeah, but it's the warehouse. You see you see the Lost Ark in the opening. You didn't like
I
that.
want to see the real thing.
The movie doesn't die until Indiana Jones is in that warehouse. Once the motorcycle hits the campus
Isn't that the
unrest, that's when the movie goes to hell. I would argue. the first 20
Those
minutes.
guys
of
didn't get along either. Shia LaBeouf and Harrison Ford.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf hated the movie more
I
than
think
you
they
did.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was actually at the rap party.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
didn't
I couldn't go.
Yeah, but I was there.
I wasn't
they were
invited.
giant.
Dan, what the hell?
Damn,
Dude, Dan, we like to jam, dude. I'm cool with
Dan.
it. I like it.
Dan, another $20 in this for you if you do that.
Hey, you need to hear something, right?
Yeah, please.
Wow. So Kennedy Marshall, you were there before the Bourne Identity, before the big turnaround for the company.
I worked on Born Identity.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I was in the editing room.
Wow.
I was in post on that movie, and Frank saved that movie as far as I'm
He did.
concerned.
Yeah.
I did know. There is some truth to that. That Frank Marshall
There's
Kennedy.
a lot of truth to that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't think they did. The director do all three movies? No, he
No,
didn't.
just the
no.
first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got paid for all three.
Greengrass came back and wrote all three, right? Was he the writer or no?
No, you know the last one they did, which I hope is the last one, was written by the editor, Chris Rouse, who we know.
Of the one who saved the first one.
Yeah, saved it in the editing room.
Because
Oh, wow.
at some point, I guess at some point, the studio made Frank take over and do his version and his cut, and he hired Chris Rouse, who's also like incredible, sweet and talented man.
Yeah.
Editor.
We love you, Chris Rouse.
Award-winning.
Academy Award winning for the Born Identity.
Oh, was it for that movie?
Who knows?
great
one's
score
gonna check
too.
it.
Yeah. Of course,
There's no
Frank.
way to check.
But yeah, but Frank definitely saved that movie.
And he was actually called in by the studio in the middle of production to save it.
Really?
Yeah, he was not on that.
And there was
Frank was not
warring,
producing that.
There was like warring
Factions.
fractions. What's it called?
Factions.
Factions. Yeah.
Fractions.
Yeah.
He doesn't do fractions.
Fractious.
Yeah.
Factions, smart ass.
And I
Some
was
gas
there
out of the
day-
ground.
what's it,
Fractious.
Doug Lyman?
Fractious.
Right?
You're thinking of fracking.
Doug
Oh,
Lyman is
fracking.
the
Now shut your
director.
fracking mouth. So, what?
Doug Lyman is the director.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
Yeah.
The stories?
I was there. Well, I was there the day him and his buddy. Like Frank's in there editing, with Chris, trying to get this movie right, and Matt Damon would come in, and they were talking and they're working, and then on the other side, Doug got this weirdo guy that he's friends with, and I don't know. They made a bet that Doug lost, and he put Ben Gay on his sack, and he's running around the office screaming, "Ah!"
Oh no! Really?
Like,
Oh, yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Lyman didn't do another one after that.
No.
No. He went on to that Tom Cruise movie.
Oh yeah. He just kept getting his movie just
He-
kept getting bigger
yeah.
and bigger. Mr.
That
and Mrs.
movie's
Smith,
great though. The Edge of Tomorrow.
That is a great
That's
movie.
a great. They're doing a sequel to that. That's a great movie. It's
The
based
Edge
on.
of Yesterday.
It's based on a great graphic novel called All You Need Is Kill.
Yeah, they should have kept that title.
I
a
know
great
it's a
title.
much better
Yeah.
title
Yeah.
than Edge of.
And then they kind of retitled it like
They
Kill,
tried to.
Die,
They
Kill,
did,
Repeat
yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
tried to
Die,
market
Kill,
it like
Repeat.
that, yeah.
And it was much. They threw out the great title, and the Beatles thing. All You Need Is Kill is hilarious.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, guys. Jeff Sargent's here.
Whoa!
Hey! Hey, what'd you get here?
Jeffrey. Wait, who's Jeff Sargent?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm your
Let him
sergeant.
say something.
Now, Jeff, are you actually a sergeant? Do we need to salute you?
Show
Yes.
me your arm.
Are you related to Dick Sargent?
That guy is the biggest
Jeff
dick.
is a dick.
He lives up to his name.
All I see is Buck Cherry and his shoulders.
I don't know what that
Show him
means.
what you're going to show.
Well, it's
You wearing a
long
Buck
sleeve
Cherry
shirt. I
shirt?
got the sergeant stripes right there.
Oh, you do?
I got the chevrons.
Are you-
But it's
So-
fake. It's fake on. It's stolen honor. He took it from real soldier.
No, it's on him. If it was on a girl, it'd be on her.
Now,
Come on, where are you? Where's the music?
Music.
Hey, Dan, give me some music.
Come on, Dave.
Come on, Dano.
Don't drown out.
It's on his own terms, is it?
Why is there blood on the glass? Did he
don't remind him.
This is.
So now back to that movie.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Oh, which one? What are you talking about?
We were talking about Kennedy Marshall.
Okay.
So now, did they call you in front of the desk after the Indiana Jones review, or
No. Well, I wasn't
we
working.
weren't there. We were done.
Yeah, we were done. He was at a school
AFI.
we will not name.
Oh,
we're telling
right.
people.
BFI, the British Film Institute.
the American Film Institute?
Stop
And
saying
I
that.
was, I think I was directing some children's show or something at the time.
Yeah,
What
you
children's show
were
were you
Cosmic
directing?
It's this. It was. You know what? I'm not gonna plug it.
No, now we need to know.
Blues
I'm
Clues.
actually not going to because
Sign it.
yeah, it was a children's show for the American Forces Network that taught foreign languages and cultures. To
Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Children who basically
Thank you for your fake
locked
service.
up in Kansas one day and dropped on an army base in Germany the next. It was a great show, but
Wait,
You're
why
not on
are
it
you not?
anymore.
Why are you not saying it?
because
You don't still
We've
work for them.
decided, Dan, we've decided to go in two different directions.
Tell us
You're
why.
going this way.
Tell us why.
the host and the people who own it now we don't get along very well, and I'm not going to plug their show. How's that? How is that? Petty. I'm going to be petty.
I don't even
No.
want to hear about it anymore.
Did you
Fred, when did you get here?
did you see
it's
Harrison
not nice.
Ford at the Indiana Jones cast and crew screening?
I did.
Tell us about that.
I did.
More importantly, you saw Megan
I
Fox.
saw Megan Fox. That was the first time I had ever seen her.
Yeah.
Wow. Her and I remember Harrison Ford and Shia LaBeouf, and they would just like hold each other. They were just looking at each other. I love you, man. Oh no, you're special. Oh no, I love you, man. Like they were really lovey-dovey with each other.
This is after Harrison Ford told him to STFU, or before he told him to shut up?
No, that was
after he was talking about the movie. And by the way, we agree with Shia.
Yeah,
and,
we do. And that's the thing. Shia LaBeouf does it like 2 years later. We pioneered that.
Yeah, yeah. We
Talking that
Oh,
movie.
wait.
jump on our trade,
We were
Shia.
literally the first people that should talk that movie.
The
publicly.
producers and employees are literally screaming how bad it is on TV. Channel 5? Who ran that clip of you trashing the movie?
It was some internet thing,
Yeah. And there was
but it was pretty popular. A lot of people saw it.
It was a lot of people saw it, and there was a lot of like, kill that fat fuck.
Oh yeah, the comments on that were
Oh,
great.
they hated my guts.
Wow.
Yeah, but time has proven that we were right.
Yes.
Time has proven, yeah.
Yeah.
It is a terrible movie.
I like the skull props, though. The
that was
alien
awful.
skull props.
Props to
Those
the
were
props.
cool.
CG in a Raiders movie.
Well,
that
they didn't
was
have a physical.
insulting.
They didn't have an actual alien crystal skull prop.
No, they.
Why
That's
couldn't they get a
disappointing.
real alien?
Made no
Somebody's
sense.
gotta-
First of all, Indiana Jones like killed one person the whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
And there's an old guy, the old fat guy who keeps betraying him, but he keeps bringing him along.
Yeah, that made no sense.
And when a bunch
Oh,
of
yeah.
elderly people go over the waterfall with him and they all survive?
Yeah.
Ugh.
And what's Marion Ravenwood?
Yes.
Karen Allen.
Oh, she's just happy to be in a movie.
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
get the smile off her face
Yeah.
of being in a movie after 20 years.
Is this real? Is this real?
She's thinking the residuals of this are going to be amazing.
Everybody blames Shia LaBeouf for that movie, and it's like he's the least
Nah,
of the
he was-
movie's problem.
he's trying.
That screenplay is awful.
Yeah, the
Awful.
they stole the man-eating beetles right from the Mummy movie. When you're stealing stuff from Indiana Jones ripoffs, you know.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Good point.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thanks for coming.
No, it's an honor to be on the Jeff Schwartz show.
Did we get married? So, what is Ontario?
Ontario is Native American for Nothing Happens Here.
Ontario.
Makes sense.
Home of the Ontario Mills Mall. Gateway to San Bernardino.
Okay.
We have the
Yet nobody
Ontario
wants to get to San
International Airport.
International?
International.
And right, we got the Fontana Speedway right there next door.
We know you have a Jack in the Box.
And a
We got
Starbucks.
a Jack in the Box. I think that's all we
Sure, we
have
saw
here.
Starbucks.
Jack.
They
Every
have a nice
street's got a
bathroom.
Jack in the Box.
Brad, tell us about the Starbucks bathroom.
You know, it's very accommodating.
Yeah, did you meet some nice friends?
Yeah, I met Andy in there.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
He stood there
I
with
had
his...
trouble reaching around.
Wow, that's why you need a friend.
You immediately went there. Jerome Howard wouldn't have gone there.
No.
You did.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
It was clean. That's what you did. You made it clean.
So after Curly died, your grandma married one of the Ritz brothers?
No, that's not true. He was a Ritz cracker. He wasn't a... No, that's not true.
I think my
Where
favorite
did you
part
hear that?
about your grandfather, your other grandfather that she married, is that his name was Mo.
Yes,
That's
Mo.
true. Yes, that's true.
Oh my, I don't.
So two
true story?
grandfathers' name.
Oh, Mo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Curly and Mo.
Yeah, they're really curly.
Two Mo's.
And
I used to know Larry.
Yeah.
He just-
Larry. Music, Larry.
we were in Culver
He'd be a good
City,
Larry.
and we went to all three Stooges' graves to show my friend Ryan Allen when he was visiting from out of state.
That they're actually dead.
See, I told you.
Let him tell the story.
Somebody had put yuck, yuck, yuck and pennies on top of Curly's grave.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen
Hey,
that.
you get 20% of that.
No,
Actually,
you guys
you
don't know my
get
story. I owe money when people get money. That's
Yeah, when people
This
get-
is true. This
Yes.
is true. Because Mo might have absconded with Curly's share of the fortune. I read Mo's book, and then I read the official book. Mo made himself sound like Santa Claus, but the official book had him ripping off your grandfather.
Yeah.
What's the official book?
The official book is the one they based a TV movie on.
That Mel
The Mel Gibson
movie.
produced
Michael
one
Chiklis
with
played
Michael
Curly.
Chiklis.
Oh, yeah.
Great job as Curly.
Yes.
One of the things in Mo's book, he mentions people, drunk women and stuff, would try to put cigars out in Curly's eye, which is really, that's got to suck.
That's why I wear glasses,
Oh,
by the way.
yeah.
I trust you guys.
Kathleen Kennedy told me that too. When she was on Raiders, they were out in Tunisia,
Yeah.
and the crew had no respect for women out there, and they would literally put their cigarettes out on her arm.
Oh, that's
Really?
And they told her, they were like, "You just kind of just take it."
Wow.
Yeah, she
Just
told me that
Sucks,
story.
man.
That's
So
amazing.
Tunisia, eh?
That's
No,
our kind
but-
of place.
Kathleen,
I got cigars.
Let's
Hey,
go.
Dan, book us a couple tickets to Tunisia.
Tunisia.
Let's go
Cigars.
camping there and let
Yes.
camel spiders burrow themselves in our skulls.
They were pretty, wow. Because she was like an intern or assistant on Raiders, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what.
I think it was more important than that. But yeah, I think she was mainly Spielberg's assistant.
And she worked her way up. She impressed them,
Yeah,
and then
she got promoted the old-fashioned
Yeah.
way.
yeah.
No, the actual
For
old-fashioned way.
God's sake,
she worked
Schwartzy.
her way up.
She worked hard.
She actually
We're in
worked
the
hard.
era of Me Too. You can't make jokes like that anymore.
She told me,
I'm
she
saying-
told me that story too. How she did that, and it was so simple. She was like, it was so simple. She goes, everybody's, Steven, and I think it was Lawrence Kasdan, and Frank, I guess, was producer, and she just took note cards and she wrote everything down on different things on different note cards. And she went to Steven. She had laid all these different notes out. So every little idea he had was on a separate card, so he was able to organize them. And she said that was it. It was that one little thing that she was super organized, and it helped him. That I think he was super impressed with her and promoted her up. And then she ended up producing E.T.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He's actually been very good about promoting people that
Yes.
he's worked with, because his current producer, Christy McCosco Creek or something, was also his assistant,
Wow.
I believe.
Interesting. I mean, the whole Steven Spielberg, Kennedy Marshall mystique. I mean, going all the way back to the '80s, when you know what I mean.
The 1980s.
Yes.
Okay.
Good music.
And before
Guns
that-
N' Roses.
Dan, there's
That's
your
your
cue to
cue.
play some music.
That's your cue.
Welcome
to the jungle, baby.
There you go. We don't need Dan.
Jackowitz is right there.
Thank you, sir.
Do Welcome to the Jungle as Curly.
It's easy. We don't want to pay any job fees. This is an incredibly long show today, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like. They love you, Brad. They love you.
Thank you.
Elvis has left the building.
Wow, that's a big crowd pleaser.
I want a recording of that.
Now, working for Kennedy Marshall, were you on the set of Congo?
No, he was.
I was.
So were you
Well, I
there?
was
when-
working with the Post. I was working with the legendary editor Ann V. Coates, who cut what?
Lawrence of Arabia.
Thank you.
That's
You
a
win.
great movie.
You win.
I saw that movie.
Oh, thank you. I
Now, when you were you there when the 10-year-old girls were playing the baboons?
Yeah. Let's talk about. Wait, I'm sorry. What? Whoa.
The man-eating, the super apes at the end of the movie were played by like 10-year-old gymnasts.
Oh yeah, gymnasts. I remember watching them train and people coming in literally for auditions to walk around with the little sticks and stuff. This was pre-Andy Serkis.
Yeah, by the way, and when you see the movie, it's like they looked like 10-year-old girls, and you know what I mean. I mean, they built up these super apes all through the movie, and then they cut to these.
Now you got the gymnastics school. In there, right?
I feel like that movie it could be remade, and because the book is great.
The book is amazing, but it wouldn't be the first Michael Crichton book effed up. Try reading Timeline and then look at the Richard Donner movie. Ugh.
No, I won't.
No, I demand it.
I am not doing
right
it.
effing now, Schwartzy. Right now.
Headphones. Watch
Here's the book. Put them on. Open up page 1.
We don't read. Readings for people that are too lazy to watch movies.
I guess that's another reason why Kennedy Marshall showed you guys the door.
We left.
We usually don't hire.
We left on our own.
We at Kennedy Marshall usually don't hire functional illiterates. We asked you
we
to.
were part of a program.
We asked you to. We asked you to review the script, and all you did was draw a smiley face.
If you were to remake Congo today, who would you have? Who would be the best at producing it?
Schwartzy and Pagana.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, now, are you related to Pagana casting?
Are you? And you never give me a part?
He never told us.
Son of a bitch.
Are you getting that count?
I'm looking for work. Yes or no? I'm looking for
Pagana
work.
Detweiler casting.
What the heck is Pagana casting?
Check. Look it up. I think it's Pagana. How do you spell your last name?
Pagana.
Okay, I'm thinking Pagano casting.
Yeah.
That makes
a big difference.
Your Hollywood fortune
Yeah.
over by a simple
O stands for money you're not getting. Sorry, Andy.
Wow. Very quick.
That's what his wife says.
You actually dressed as Indiana Jones in Temple of Doom for your...
I did.
Wow.
Did you have your whip? Can you crack the whip?
I did.
That was for the honeymoon.
She still has marks.
His
And they're still
bride-
married.
Because that's another that's a skill right there, man.
Now,
You gotta have-
That is.
Did you dress your wife as Spielberg's wife or Mola Ram?
Mola Ram.
Mola Ram.
Mola Ram happened that night.
Ma.
No, his wife is normal. She wore a normal wedding dress.
No
Like a
time for
normal
love, Dr. Jones.
person. Yeah, that was my role in the wedding.
At the honeymoon.
You dressed as Sharon. What an incredibly
Actually,
We
it was
love
funny.
Sharon.
It was his birthday the day before my wedding, so we
Yeah.
had a wedding cake.
And-
A birthday cake.
A
at
birthday
my
cake
wedding.
at his wedding, and
And
he
I
fed
paid
me
him.
birthday cake. And it was sexual.
Sexy.
It was
Very
sexual. Yeah.
sexy,
It was,
And my mom hit,
What's that
hit
face?
on you, I think.
Awkward?
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Mom, if you're listening. Sorry.
What a great story.
I wish I knew you
I'm
guys then.
speechless.
You didn't know. When did you meet these guys?
Hey, when did you cut to
Andy?
commercial?
Yeah, when did we meet?
Rehab.
We met after the 2012 Stooges movie. We met on
Was
Facebook.
it right after that?
After the Farrelly Brothers movie?
Yes.
Yes.
So we had the guy from the guy playing Larry was from Grayson.
Sean
Will and
Hayes.
Grace.
Sean Hayes.
John Hayes.
John
Will
Hayes.
Sean.
Get it right.
Sean Hayes.
Sean Hayes.
Hey.
And then we had Will Sasso.
From the Hayes office.
And then who's the guy that played Mo?
Mike Chiklis.
Chris.
No.
No, it's Chris.
Chris Diabolopoulos.
Diabolopoulos.
He's
He
a
has a
great
very-
guy.
he's
Great
a
guy.
great-
He's the
actor.
bad. He's the bad guy from Kick-Ass, right? No, he's from Law and Order, right?
Law and Order.
Oh, he's from Law and Order. That
No,
guy?
he's the billionaire guy on Silicon Valley right now.
Yeah,
the
that's
three
right, that's
comic
right.
guy. Yeah.
That I would have never known, man.
I think he also
They
played
did
Robin
those very
Williams in
well.
a Robin
They're good
Williams
guys. They're good guys.
He did Robin Williams in a Robin
And
Williams
you know that
biopic.
Andy tried out for the role of Curly
yeah.
and almost got it.
You should
in that
show them.
film.
I was in the top 2.
He's really
Wasn't
great.
Sean Penn going to play Mo in that at one point?
Larry.
Oh, Larry.
Oh yeah,
really?
and Benicio del Toro was going to be Mo.
And Jim Carrey.
Oh, God.
Jim Carrey was going to be Grandpa.
That'd be kid.
Yeah, and he was going to put on weight and everything. He started putting on weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that was...
You don't like that idea?
No, I think everything would have looked like Jim Carrey and been Jim Carrey. It wouldn't have been Curly.
Oh, I feel like he would have... Did you see what he did for...
He became Andy Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman.
He became Andy
Hey.
Kaufman.
He would've-
I like Will Sasso, okay?
Hey, career suicide, Brad. There goes your
Was
Jim
I going to
Carrey
be in a...
connection.
Oh.
Yeah.
He doesn't answer me on
Well,
Twitter anyways.
You were going to be in
That's actually...
Ace Ventura
Well,
4.
tell us about the party, man, for the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a good party.
We weren't invited.
Yeah, we weren't invited, so
Yeah.
it probably sucked.
Those guys, the cast was there, the crew was there, a lot of fans were there, family was there, and it was a big event.
Your first-
Did they put you in the film because it was your family or no?
No,
but
that
they put
didn't
him
happen.
in the theater.
Did you meet Snooki?
They wouldn't even let him in the theater.
I waved to Snooki.
Snooki's in the movie?
Yes.
Did you see the movie?
Yes.
Don't you remember he had the thing in the box? What was his hand in the box?
Yeah,
And
smack.
then he got smacked.
And she goes,
That'd be
oh,
really
smacks
funny.
her in the head.
That is funny.
I
So wait,
thought-
Brad, what was your reaction when you saw the movie? What'd you think?
I actually enjoyed it. I thought that they did a good job, and you know we go to most of us have gone to comedies and movies, and you hear laughter usually once or twice in a good comedy. In that movie, there was belting of laughter. You hear at least 15 to 20 people just losing their minds, and that's kind of what the Stooges bring when you watch a regular Stooges movie. So I thought it played tribute to the boys upstairs, and I think if kids came home and said, I want to see the originals, and they watched the original Stooges, I think it did its job. So
Yeah.
hats off to the Fairley brothers and Mike Cerrone and all that worked on that film.
And the small role with
Larry David. Larry David.
Who's the guy that does Ed Grimley, I must say?
Oh, Martin Short?
Martin Short.
Yes.
And the lovely Carly Craig,
Yeah.
also in the film.
Where was Martin Short in that?
He was the nun.
Oh, man.
No, Larry
Larry
David.
David.
Larry David was the night.
Wow, wow,
Oh, Larry
wow,
David.
Curb Your
wow.
Enthusiasm.
Wow.
Oh,
A good
okay.
Ed Grimley reference. That was pretty good.
Isn't it terrible when Jeff
Yeah.
finally talks in the Jeff Sargent
not
show?
well
It's bad
In
information.
1989, I entered the Ed Grimley lookalike contest.
So did I. I was in the top 10.
Remember?
I
you
got
did.
And the winner gets a tuna casserole with Martin Short.
It aged both of you
Winner gets a
horribly.
tuna casserole with my real life friend, I must say.
I'm going completely mental.
Yeah. And then you get an autograph kit. It was for that commercial for the doll. Pull the string
Yeah,
and
I had that.
Yeah.
So I still have my. I won a T-shirt.
Yeah,
I won a T-shirt and an autographed picture of the whole cast, and Jonathan Winters is on it.
Yeah, I got the whole cast. Danny Cook, the
You
voice.
and me are
taking
literally
the show.
the fact that we both hit top 10. It's literally we're the only like 2 out of the.
Yeah.
Let us know when you're done.
The winner.
A lot of people don't even know Ed Grimley. Who's that? They go.
Well, because it was a cartoon, right?
Yeah.
They had a cartoon on Saturday mornings.
That was the
one
cartoon,
season.
the completely mental misadventures of
Misadventures of
Ed
Ed
Grimley. And you and I were the biggest fans, and we entered the contest, and neither one of us made the commercial.
No. I used to go to school dressed as Ed Grimley.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
You know how
I got
hard?
pictures.
Tell me, how'd you find a shirt to match? I went to every thrift store, and I finally found one of them checkered plaid shirts.
I had it, and I've never seen another one since. I bought it at the local mall, and I just happened to.
No way, it was
Yeah.
hanging new on
They
the
literally had
rack.
it hanging new, and I bought it, and I don't know what happened to it.
I'm hoping your mom
disappeared.
threw
I
it out.
kept- somebody threw
Yeah.
it out.
His mom likes to throw all his prized possessions out.
She does. She's thrown out a lot.
She's not listening, is she?
That was right where my hair was thinning. I had the bald spot was already going. I had this clump of hair, and I just
Milk
starched
time.
it with eggs and everything to make it stick
That
up.
was so funny. And then Count Floyd, right? They had the live action.
Count
segment
Floyd,
of
scary stories.
These are one and the same people.
Yeah.
They're like besties, these
That
two.
was the best.
Can we just leave
Let's
Pagana?
have a story.
Can we leave Pagana here?
Well, like, like in the middle
It's
of
like
the show,
two one.
So the girls were at a slumber
It's
party.
like two one-celled organisms that found
Yeah,
each
the
other.
whole movie, they cut off the head.
Remember, he had a Martin Short. He's all, and here our special guest is Skippy High.
Good luck with the show.
Hey, break your leg, boys.
I broke my leg.
So anyway, and then he's Martin Short playing his guitar, and he's all jumping Jiminy. He's all, I got a pretty scary song. Remember that
That's pretty good.
Wow.
Funny. It's been a long time.
What a sad 5 minutes this has been.
Yes.
one? Yeah, that was great.
No, that's good.
Oh, yeah,
I got
man.
pictures.
They are,
I'm gonna have to send you my pictures.
I'm
Yeah.
here.
Our guest and our host are sadly reminiscing about how they. The crowd is crying for blood.
Oh, what a tragedy, I'll say.
I'm hoping. Obviously, you and Jeff have a suicide pact.
You know, we'll have.
The crowd wasn't digging you guys.
The
without
mic
us.
has
We're
been
back.
dropped.
Why don't you know when
We heard the crowd
you
wasn't
and the
into it,
missus? Why don't we
so-
have a little?
So
Ed
we're back,
Grimley's-
everybody.
Let's have a party. We won't invite.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah,
Thank
oh,
you.
yeah, oh, yeah.
Thank you.
I
They
even
missed
had,
us.
I even had the Ed Grimley,
They
it
missed
was like
us.
it's stuck to your car.
Wait, Andy hasn't left yet.
Andy
Andy hasn't left yet. That's when the cheering starts.
I still have it.
Wait, they're still going at it.
The crowd is cheering.
Wow.
So,
People in Ontario have nothing to do. They all come out for the show.
It influenced
They
me
do.
quite tremendously, that show.
all right, Andy. So when are we going to have our Ed Grimley screening party?
Oh, God.
We won't invite these guys because they
No,
won't.
they're totally not
Thank
invited.
you,
I'm
please.
upset.
Okay, let's talk about Skull Island again.
Oh, I love Skull Island.
At least
Skull.
you guys looked at us.
Crystal Skull.
Skull Island. Now, how are you going to be ready for Godzilla versus King Kong?
Oh, yeah.
That's
I
coming
can't
out
wait.
this summer.
I like that.
ready.
Yeah.
That will be
I
amazing.
like good monster movies. Good.
And there, another good one coming
Like
out.
that movie
It was-
Monster with Charlize Theron. My favorite monster movie. Nobody.
Andy, you can talk. We were just
She
kidding.
won an Academy Award for it, you jerks. Okay.
we scored ours.
Give me the boo.
This is amazing. So, Kennedy
my boo.
Marshall.
Oh, God.
What else did you see there? What was the most amazing thing you learned there?
I
Both of you.
can't tell you. The
Oh.
most amazing stuff we can't.
Yeah,
talk
we
about.
actually can't talk about it.
Kathleen Kennedy's a very powerful woman.
Yeah.
And we like Frank.
We just got a text. He's watching our show
Wait,
right now.
wait, you just said Kathy Kennedy's very powerful and we like Frank.
That's not how I meant it, Kathy.
That's how I heard it.
do.
Hey, I like them both.
But I worked much more for Frank. I knew Frank much better.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah, they're great people.
Kathy was amazing to me. She's always super sweet. They're great people.
Yeah,
Even
They're
after
great
your-
people to work for and work with. I don't think they ever found out about me and
But the-
Indiana
the-
Jones.
Wow.
No, I don't think they did.
No.
It never got past certain people.
I know they would be crushed. I know they would be crushed. Some
it was-
Hey, wait, they're making a new one. Kathy and Frank are producing
If
it.
it was Channel 4, 2, or 5, or
Let's put
11,
that- let's put
they
it out.
probably would have saw
But they
it.
had 19 years to get it right.
Get it right.
They
I
had
know.
19
How
years.
hard
That
it-
was what they came up with.
I
It was
know.
just
Yeah.
shocking.
Andy wrote a script, a spec Indiana Jones movie that's 100 times better.
Thank you. Yes.
No,
and
1,000 times better.
It is 1,000 times better.
I
Tell
can't
us,
add-
Andy, all about your Indiana Jones fanfic.
Well, actually, what was interesting about it, it was the same. They were going after the City of Gold.
Except his son was
South
named
America.
Andy.
Well, mine had Sean Connery in it. Like, Sean Connery came back.
Who should have been
George
in it?
Lucas. I covered this for Starlog, Indiana Jones.
We remember. We read it.
One of the one of the amazing things about it is that Lucas hated Last Crusade.
He did?
Lucas hated Last Crusade.
I thought he forced a lot of this stuff in it.
No, he made them kill the Connery character. That was one of the decisions that Lucas did not want Sean Connery in that movie.
Well, I actually read a version that, what's his name, bro, who did Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah, Frank Darabont. He told me about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So
I read that too.
So there is a Sean Connery scene in there, and they offered it to Sean Connery, and he was like, I'm not coming back for it. It was a cameo.
Yeah,
It was
cameo.
Like nothing
But he
seen.
said he would have come back if he was actually in the movie. Like a meaty role.
I think the problem is that there was like everything's got to go geared towards like, oh, let's do the next generation. Everyone's so afraid of
Right.
old people or older people, and I think if he had just put Sean Connery back and
Yeah.
Harrison Ford back and skipped this whole kid thing, it could have been a great.
So we want to
movie.
make a plea to all the young teenage girls out there: don't be afraid of old people. And call me.
Said in the most non-pedophilic way.
Swifty, where are
Schwarzenegger
your
could-
hands?
There's not an elementary school around here, is there?
Wow.
Brad won't let his daughters talk to us.
It's daughters.
It's
Oh yeah.
Do you have more than one
no,
daughter?
it's just one.
Oh, he doesn't know yet.
One's yeah.
Brad, you're about to meet your new daughter. Come on in.
Well, that happened to me, though. I
It
found
was-
it
oh,
23
yeah.
years
Little
later.
Shep
Actually, Jeff has this story. Jeff has this.
Yeah,
Shit,
I
Pino.
got soon as Facebook. Thank you, Facebook. And then I found out I had a 23-year-old son when his mother friended me on Facebook.
No way. That's true story.
True story. The guy looks just
True
like
story,
Jeff.
and I didn't want. I go to Maury Povich, get DNA. You know, like, well, the guy looks just like I did.
He
at
looked
the
just
same
like
age.
Jeff when he walked in the room.
Same tattoos.
So you have children. How many kids?
I have one amazing daughter. She's going to be 18 on July 4th.
What about the other? Whoa! What about the other two kids?
The other two
One
kids?
amazing daughter, and you didn't mention the other.
It's like the Kathy Kennedy.
My wife is so young and beautiful looking. Sometimes they think she's my daughter.
She is.
Yes, I
She's
have a
dish.
gorgeous wife, and I have a beautiful daughter, and I got
He
two.
does have a gorgeous
two
wife.
sons.
His wife is
And
so.
you got two-
gorgeous.
two-
Hey guys, give us a second.
I mean, yeah,
Let's talk
seriously.
about
Two
Brad's
adopted
wife.
kids.
I mean, wow,
I mean,
right?
yeah, his
Like,
wife
what is
is,
she
like,
doing with Brad?
unbelievable.
Right?
What-
I mean,
what is she-
wow, what a
Sometimes
thing.
we get together with her,
What?
and it's just.
Oh, wait.
It's certainly not for the money. Have you read my story?
Yeah. Have you read-
I ain't worth a cent.
Yeah, after Mo
it's
robbed
not for the
Curly of
jokes.
his inheritance.
Mo robbed Curly of his inheritance, and
Uncle Mo.
That dirty rat.
Curly Joe Dorita.
Oh, Curly Joe Dorito.
That POS.
guy.
I gotta
Slowly he turns.
Put the clapping on.
Step by step.
Weaseled his way into the contract,
Oh.
sucking up all your
He's getting
inheritance.
How
residuals.
did you guys know?
I
We did research. We
did
do
our-
research.
He's getting.
I don't know anything
Are
about
you
us,
guys
80.
attorneys by chance? Are you guys attorneys?
No.
No, they're not Jews. There's no Jews in Ontario.
I've got a really good Jewish lawyer, though.
Okay.
Well, maybe he's not, because I'm still broke.
Maybe he's not a lawyer.
Jeff demanded to see his
That's your
foreskin.
dentist.
He won't pay my parking tickets.
Oh, I didn't.
I didn't need free money.
wanna know what happened.
Go ahead.
So you've been married
I thought it was it.
over 18 years.
No, 10 years. I had my
Okay,
daughter
you already
with-
had her. You guys were already going out, and then you got married after she was born.
Yes, and I met my wife on
Tinder.
Match. There was no Tinder then. Match.com.
Match? Oh, I thought Match Game.
No, not
Back
Match
then,
Game.
Tinder was you walked into a bar and you just pushed women's faces away. Just went, nope, no. Yeah, it didn't go so well. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Brad.
But when Brad did it, there were sound effects to it.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta do
Match.com.
curly Tinder.
Success.
We gotta do
His
curly
Irish
Tinder. Curly Tinder.
Hey,
The sound
curly Tinder.
effects.
No, but the
I don't
horrible.
want that app.
Curly Joe Dorita wound up getting a piece of the Larry
know if
Moe
we're allowed to
Curly
talk about
movies. Okay, well, I'm going to talk about it.
I can talk about it.
Career suicide.
We just
The all
bashed
powerful
Kenny
arms of the Curly Joe Dorita estate. But he was getting the money from movies he was not in. It
He
was
gets money from Doritos. That's how bad he is.
Curly Joe Doritos.
The worst.
my
By the
mind.
way,
Worst.
the worst Curly
worst-
Joe ever. The
worst hot chick Friday ever, gang.
no, it's the worst flavor. The Curly Joe Doritos.
They come in after all the tasty ones are gone.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So let's get Brad his money that's owed to him.
Yeah.
Well, what's interesting is that
I like Jeff a lot. I really
Thank
do.
God nobody listens to this show.
Norman
That's not true.
Norman
We're
Mara.
listening to it. The three.
Thank God you have no
There's 5
listeners.
Are you
listeners.
kidding? I'm not listening.
You can't hear this.
Oh my God, Dan
just
has
lost
left
another
the
one.
building. Oh my
Dan!
God. Maybe he had a.
Dad left Ontario.
Maybe he's taking
You're
a
welcome.
nap on the
Dan,
floor.
give me a ride.
You're welcome, Dan. Save yourself.
My lord.
Oh,
All right, what can we talk about?
but yeah, that sucks. That the worst. Isn't that weird? How he weaseled his way in movies that he wasn't in, and
Yeah, he
he's
was
taking
It's worse than that.
taking your money.
But I'm not at liberty to say anything because we have to wait for the book.
Right in
All I
this.
can- my book's gonna be called Forbidden Rights. So
But
just
when he showed
leave
up,
it there.
when he showed up, when the Stooges got their star in the late '90s, he showed up for it.
He was still alive.
Yeah,
Yeah, he took half the star.
yeah.
Like, give me that point and that point. Oh, thank you, Dan. Oh, no, not tea, coffee. What the hell is that?
It's weak coffee.
Is this? What the hell is this? Oh my God! Why do you hate us?
We're out of coffee, boys.
I can't even look at that.
I don't want a urine sample. I want coffee. By the way, you need to hydrate.
Oh, I do. I need water or tea or something.
Oh, here they go.
We'll just drink our water.
Oh my God.
No, we're
Pass
good.
it to Jeffrey.
Do you really want that?
Yeah, we'll drink
Do
it.
not drink that.
Jeffrey, don't drink that.
Jeff drinks out of spittoons.
I want to see you drink this.
It's okay. I got a test today anyway.
A test for what?
To get a job.
To get a job where?
Oh.
Is this a setup for a joke? Can I talk about my 4
He's
kids?
going to central casting, and if he can walk past if he can walk past the cardboard George Clooney without saying anything, he gets to do background work.
Oh man. Hot P and T.
I want to mention my children, if you don't mind. I just want to
Okay.
say hi to them. I have
He's
kids.
got a kid, 18-year-old. What do you got a
I
job?
have four kids.
Hold on a second.
His kids are
That you know about.
Kennedy
That
and Marshall.
No, I know about them. I know about them.
And Indiana and Joan.
No, he's the mega fan. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
4 kids
sure.
from the same woman?
From the same woman, yeah.
same woman.
Yeah, we have 4
You're
kids.
doing
I'm
all
very proud.
right. You're
No,
doing all right.
no, it's 1887. She died in childbirth.
I just want to say a quick hi to them. My kids are Eenie, Meenie, Miney, and Jordan.
Wait, what?
Wow.
Eenie, Meenie, Miney, and Jordan.
Why
Those are
would
my. I love them all.
Why would you name the last one Jordan?
Well, we didn't want any Mo.
Worst hot chick Friday ever.
Okay. So Schwartzy has no kids.
No, obviously.
I don't have any kids.
It's late, but you know the crowd is just waking up.
And Andy?
Yes.
Children?
Yeah, give me one.
Okay.
Y'all have one.
Now
Yeah,
you
know.
got. Well, obviously you're married, and then did you have kids?
Obviously.
No, we did not have kids.
Were you wearing protection?
No, they used the whip at the wedding to tie him off so he couldn't have kids.
That's true.
Wow.
No, we can't have kids the way I do it.
We can't have the.
Andy has been pushing me to have a baby, though.
That's true. I do want him to have a baby.
He wants me to have a baby because he thinks it'll be a funny prop in movies.
We'd get a lot of use out of it.
We would.
We would get a lot of use out of it.
You can meet a lot of girls with a baby.
Yes. And he's a gambler. So
Yeah, that's right.
so it could happen, if you know what I mean.
Look behind you guys.
Yeah.
Nah. 2 minutes, to break.
We're gonna have a commercial break in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes. Hey, let's plug our sponsors.
Yes, sir.
No.
Let me do it.
All right, boys. When you want a New York bagel, where do you go?
New York.
No, you can't get to New York, you moron.
Yeah, you can.
I own a house there.
He's driven there about 30 times.
Jersey.
I know. You go up to the corner of Archibald and Foothill and Rancho Cucamonga
No.
to New York Bagel Company.
New York Bagel Company.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hey, Jeff, why does Jamal...
All right, Schwartzy, what makes a New York bagel?
The baker. What's his name? Phil?
Jamal.
Oh, no, wait. It's the pilot.
What's the main ingredient to make a New York bagel? What do you got to have from New York to make a New York bagel?
A Jew.
That's true, actually.
That's the best ingredient.
Yeah.
It's also the cheapest.
That's
It's
right.
the cheapest ingredient.
That's
Well, you
right,
need-
Jeffrey.
I know-
New York water.
Dan, do you have the answer for that?
Of course, New York water.
Yes.
Thank you.
New York water.
They import their water all the way from New York to make the delicious New York bagel. Mine's the favorite blueberry bagel.
From where in New York?
Dan, I mean, you like the everything bagel,
famous
right?
New York
The
Lake.
everything, the famous everything bagel, which has
A
everything. on
proud
it.
sponsor of the Jeff
Everything?
Sargent Show.
Where do they put it?
The whole schmear.
Did a whole, everything.
The whole schmear. Do they have locks?
Yes.
Yes.
I got my keys.
All right, we're on. We're on.
Are we on break? Dan, we're officially on break.
Wait, are we going on commercial break now?
Wait, did everyone hear the keys?
Give me a countdown.
I need more water.
He's got his in Florida.
Now, commercial break.
Commercial break.
Everybody run. How long do we have? An hour? I'm exhausted.
Bam.
What do you think, Bradley?
What do I think about what? So
What do you
far,
think
the
about all
show's
the
been
Kennedy
great.
Marshall talk?
I never knew about your guys' background. Why am I looking over there? Anyways, this show's about
I think
Chris.
they know less about it. No, it's not about me.
It's about Chris and his
My whole plan was to
forthcomings.
not talk.
Is this an
My whole plan
Indiana
was to not
Jones
talk.
Indiana
You guys
Jones
ended up
story?
breaking it.
Oh,
I never saw the movie. I only saw the first one. Ow.
Wait, so you wrote for Fangoria and...
I did. Fangoria, Starlog. I still write for Titan magazines. I write for Star Wars. I write for Star
write for
Trek.
Star Wars?
Yeah, the magazine.
Oh, you must be booming now.
Yeah, actually,
I used to get the
England.
It was
That's an
before
English
it was
published
from Fan
magazine.
Club magazine.
right now it's published by Titan. I do a lot for Titan. I write for a British magazine called Infinity. They also put out Dark Side. I have a cover story in last month's issue, and I found an old interview I did with a guy named Ralph McQuarrie.
Oh yeah, he did all the artwork for Star Wars.
I talked to him as he was suffering from Parkinson's, basically, and we did a giant interview, and it's like 20 pages. That'll be in like the May Infinity. And
That's awesome.
you know, BB-8 is based on his original designs for R2-D2, where
No wonder.
yeah,
No wonder
because
it's like really good.
that's why usually when you try to continue that universe, nothing looks a piece, but BB-8 actually looks like something that belongs in the movie.
It totally does. Yeah, because a lot of that stuff it doesn't have the design that those first three
Yeah, the Doug Chang designs for the episodes 1, 2, and 3 were horrible, awful. Yeah, they weren't great. And when I was reading the interview, and I was reading the interview I did with him.
Commercial break right
and
now.
he talked about the omnidirectional ball R2D2 would be on, and it was impossible to do in Tunisia because it just didn't work. When they do them CG, it works a lot better. So
you get that when you talk to Steve. And
Yeah.
Joiners on the phone?
Are we back on? Or?
Steve's on the phone. Say hello to Steve.
Steve!
Caller,
Give
Steve
us a
Joyner.
countdown when we're coming back.
Thank you, Steve Joyner.
Okay. We got to get back to. We're going back on the air.
Back on the air. Back on the air.
Wait, bring the microphone into Andy.
6,
Andy's
5,
going wee-wee.
4, 3, 2, fun.
1.
Welcome back to the Jeff Sargent Show.
I'm Schwartzy.
We have the three young Marx brothers.
Just won't do. Chaoticradio.com.
Wow.
Hey, is that guy alive? The guy that does that? Or can I audition for that job? Chaoticradio.com.
He's got a great.
When the normal BS just won't do. Chaoticradio.com.
Chaotic Radio.
Wait, that is you. That is you. When did you come in here and cut that commercial?
Wait, you guys should hire somebody without a stutter. Did you hear that guy? Play that again.
The Max Headroom thing.
Yeah.
When the normal BS just won't do. Chaoticradio.com.
I mean, it's nice that you hire,
That's
handicapped
the
people.
fastest dub I've ever heard.
Handy-capable. Handy-capable. Yeah.
Where's Andy capable?
Where's Andy? Yeah, there he comes, Andy.
Who's Andy? Oh.
Okay.
He's stealing stuff.
Can we bring them?
No coffee.
Yeah,
We
good
scoured
luck. We
for
don't
it.
have coffee.
Good luck finding coffee,
Hey,
smartass.
is there good coffee in Ontario?
Yes, there is.
Let's talk
It's
brunch.
at the bagel place.
Let's talk
Yes.
brunch.
Let's
Talk brunch.
Yes,
Okay,
New York bagel.
we're done.
No.
Yeah, New York Bagel Company. Where another sponsor? Where do you go when you want to smoke a fine cigar?
When you want to have a craft beer and watch the sun slowly set over the roof of the local IHOP.
Are you talking about the ghetto sunset?
I'm talking about Little Upland Sunset on the blue-tiled roof of the International House of Pancakes.
That is, you must be
what?
talking about Pacific Wine Merchant and Cigar Exchange in downtown Upland.
Good.
Yeah.
At the Metrolink station.
I have some bad cigars I need to exchange. So is that the place to go?
Yes, bring them in. We'll exchange those cigars for some exploding cigars.
You can just go to my mom's house. She smokes cigars.
That's Pacific Wine Merchant. Back to our show.
Pacific Wine Merchant.
I think we got to have Schwartzy come in here and do all our commercials for us.
He does them for free.
Yeah, I'll do them for free.
Yeah, but I'm his manager and I get paid.
And he's got to do my answer machine. With I got one with the cassette.
Oh,
yeah.
The one that George Costanza wants to steal back.
Sorry, Jeff Sargent isn't here right now. He's out looking for a job.
Yeah.
As he is most of the time.
He needs money. Yes, he does.
He just found out he has a son.
Or two.
Oh, he's working out child support.
26 years worth.
Oh, that's mean.
Wait, you met him when he was 26?
No. He's turning 30
In
next
14
month.
years. Oh.
April 11th. I remember his birthday even.
That was my grandfather's birthday.
I met him when he was 23.
My
What
grandfather's
a dad.
birthday.
Child support stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Dad took a shot.
Is that your
Dan,
son?
Hey, where's your...
Dan said Father of the Year, and the other.
Yeah, where's your mug?
Father of the Year. I got father. What magazine cover am I going to be on?
Is Deadbeat Magazine still alive?
Deadbeat Magazine.
It's
not
a
your
family
fault.
portrait, but there's like Roadrunner speed lines where you would be.
Yeah, Roadrunners.
Just a Jeff
Beep,
Sargent.
beep.
Jeff Sargent shaped
Jeff
hole in
never
the wall.
stopped looking for him. He just never started looking for him.
Roadrunner. Can't get hold of him.
Douglas, I hope you're out there. Son, I love you. I hope you're watching the show.
Jeff would have named you after Five of the Mouse.
He hasn't talked to me since I broke up with his mother.
Get over it. What'd she ever do? Wait, so she's single.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
She's not 10 though, Chris.
Wow. That's too
I mean, Schwartzy.
Thank you. You can play the character.
Jeff's mother is weeping to the radio.
All right, how's Andy? Were you a grip on the set at all? Were you ever
Clearly not.
Were you key grip?
Yeah, you were amazing.
Were you
teamster.
best boy on the set? I know you were
Danny,
best boy.
Dan, were you operating the scissor lift on Indian to the Cupboard?
No, but
No. Too soon.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't do it.
I won't do it.
Come on.
I can see why that happened.
He died. Moment of silence.
Just like Cowboy did. Oh, see you, little bear. Oh,
Can we have a moment of silence?
For the teamster.
Let's have a moment of silence for the cowboy who got shot by Little Bear.
No, let's have a moment of silence.
Just
for
a
the
moment of
owner.
silence.
There was a grip crushed against the ceiling.
Everyone needs to reset their eardrums.
Never gonna happen.
All right.
Not on this Jeff Sargent show.
What are you doing?
Jeff, are you an actor?
Yes, I am.
You're an actor. Where do we know you from?
Deadbeat Dad Magazine.
Well, I was Deadbeat Magazine.
Oh, that's right. Debbie Miller. Yeah, Father of the Year.
Cover girl.
Cover girl.
The last scene I was I was attacked on was I did an episode of Ray Donovan, and I was a human sex trafficker. And people saw
human
me.
Sex trafficker?
I got all the.
What are the other kind of sex traffickers?
People took all these screenshots.
He was trafficking
and posted them on Facebook.
He was
and said,
trafficking,
"You horrible bastard! You."
He was trafficking people out of extras holding when they
For
fired
God's
his
sake, it was a movie. It wasn't real. Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, we're on TV.
Oh, we're making a movie over here.
Oh yeah.
But Schwartzy, I'm going to let
Yeah.
you in on something here.
Is it your pants?
Janky here.
Well,
Do you
guys
watch
aren't
the Sci-Fi Channel?
Yeah.
Well, there's going to be a movie with this guy in
Oh,
it
no,
coming up.
don't talk about that. Don't talk
That
about
guy?
Don't talk
Yeah,
no.
no.
We
Does
talk about everything
I'll
else.
tell you.
Does he play Tiny Tim?
I'll
The
talk
world's
about
largest Tiny
stuff with
Tim?
you.
It's a surprise, but
Yeah.
if you can recognize who he is under all that makeup,
Frankenstein.
You win. A bagel.
You're Frankenstein.
A New York
it
bagel.
is
How
a
dare you,
monster
sir.
movie.
We are casting for Frankenstein, and Schwartzy began to meet Frankenstein.
That's true. Oh, you'd be great.
Is it SAG? Because I do have a SAG card.
And they run into Curly G.
You got to go FICOR.
Yeah.
Fine cord. That's a financial cord. It means you lose all your residuals.
Andy just
And-
joined SAG.
I did.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did?
Yeah,
What'd you
they
pay?
made
What do you want to say about SAG, Andy?
What'd you pay, Smutty?
I paid $3,200
To make how much?
to make $330.
That's math.
There you go.
And when you joined SAG,
Yeah.
what got you your SAG card?
Well, first, I felt like I was joining the Empire to sign up to.
Try not to have
you
up the
know,
mag,
sorry.
the
To go
microphone
with Darth
shorts.
Vader. Like, as a producer, as an independent film producer, I've absolutely hated SAG. Hated them.
You're on the air. Right?
Yeah, but they have the ULB. They have the ultra low budget agreement. You didn't do that. You didn't sign that.
Yeah.
It's a mafia, man. It's
Yeah, they are. They're like a legalized mob, and just the fact that, like,
Well-
you know, every once in a while, like, I'll rail against SAG on Facebook, and everybody I know will be like, "You can't do that. Don't do that. Take that down." And the fact that everybody's afraid of them,
What-
you know,
sorry, thank you.
it tells you something about them.
Yeah.
I think they're a really arrogant organization.
And look how
They're
much
bullies.
the membership has gone up in the last 10 years.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Well, they joined with AFTRA, so they
Mom,
tripled their membership right there.
everyone was against that. And then after we joined with AFTRA, we voted for a huge raise to buy a building on Wilshire Boulevard. I have no idea how that happened.
That's what they
It's
do.
just a coincidence.
It's this huge.
That's where your dues is going.
The Death Star.
Exactly. So I joined like 2 weeks ago, and I had to drive down.
Congratulations.
First of all, you can't do it online. They don't have any. The only office is what in Hollywood.
Hollywood
on Wilshire
by the
Boulevard.
Tar Pits, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But it's
It
cool,
is.
free parking.
Yeah,
Oh,
there is free
wow.
parking, which I didn't know at the time, and I paid for parking.
Oh,
So,
nicely done, chump.
I know.
Do you know what SAG is backwards?
Yeah.
Smell, guys. Just kidding.
Smack them.
What's after backwards?
Pull Uncle Brad's finger.
Not. Oh.
Okay.
Ooh.
What do you get?
Nothing happened.
You get nothing.
You get
Just
SAG
like SAG.
backwards. That's what.
Yeah.
Get SAG backwards.
It's not worth much.
Pat, how much was SAG when you joined?
Back in the
I
40s.
joined in the carefree 90s, and it was, I think it was 1,300.
1,300 back. That's man.
Dollars?
That's when it was.
That's
worth
when it was affordable.
Yeah, 3,200.
You get
bucks.
nothing. What do you get? Now you're in SAG. What do you get?
I got a card.
Oh, there you
I
go.
got a SAG
No,
card.
You're gonna
get your
wait,
film.
here's the thing. I was supposed to get a discount at Barney's Beanery, and I took it in
Whoa,
that
why are you
night
slamming the thing?
because I'm mad at stupid Barney's Beanery could go F themselves.
All right, what happened?
I showed it to my friggin' waitress.
Yeah.
And she didn't give me a discount
Why not?
because she was a miserable little wet. Dot.
What is her name?
was
Name her
Dottie.
name.
Her name was Dottie. She
Dottie
was
from
rude.
Barney's Beanery?
Darty from
You're done.
you
You're done
denied
in this
his
town.
SAG
The one
card
in West
You'll
discount.
never get a job in this town.
She was miserable. And the tuna melt was very fishy.
She was also an actress.
Now you will get movies in the mail. You will get your.
Yeah, but I'm also Writers Guild. I get the movies anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
What'd you join the WGA for?
They made me.
Just for the coffee.
But for what? What'd you write?
I wrote a screenplay called The Man in the Rearview Mirror, which is like this suspense thriller.
Hitchcockian.
Yeah, very.
It's a two-character movie.
Three.
The Man in the Rearview Mirror and
Four,
the driver.
actually.
You should have met me earlier. I could have been the man in the rearview mirror.
Should have been.
Wow, I wish you were.
Yeah.
Well, we can make.
That means I'm leaving.
Let's make a.
Yeah, but he's following you.
Let's make
exactly
a
what it
sequel.
means.
Is there a sequel to
My
that?
God.
No, they didn't even make the
They didn't
movie.
make it yet.
No.
Who's the producer? Name names.
No, I don't want to get
No,
into
we
all
want to
that.
encourage him to make
More
the movie.
trouble.
He's
More
not going to
trouble.
make the movie. It's not happening.
All right, give the script
It's
back.
dead.
What
Give
is
the
it?
script back, but we ain't giving the money
Does
back.
his name rhyme with Mole Milver?
Mulva?
I don't think anything rhymes with that.
Joel Silver.
It rhymes
Yes.
with a female body part. Mulva.
Wow, Curly's grandson doing old Seinfeld
See, I love
routines.
Seinfeld.
Mulva.
10 o'clock every night.
That's true.
Channel 56.
I've been in 2 feature films. 2017, no SAG card, but I also didn't get any lines in those movies. So,
Oh,
So
yeah,
you're-
talk about Cynthia, which is premiering in Phoenix.
Cynthia.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
You're-
Andy was in
Hold on,
Cynthia.
I need to examine those.
Can we
Oh, yeah, keep examining.
Thank you, sir.
Examine each one.
I'm going to look at the evidence here.
Yeah.
Cynthia.
Whose bunny rabbit made these?
Hey.
Thank you, Starbucks.
Well,
That's a big rabbit.
Andy, you talk about
Happy
Cynthia.
Easter.
No, you talk about it. It's
Okay,
this
I'll
is my
talk
first
about it.
Cynthia the movie.
Cynthia the
It's his first
movie.
movie.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be
you
out
should
in
know. Oh, God,
2018.
sorry. It's a Fangoria thing. You should know it.
I would call it
Yeah,
a
horror.
It's a horror comedy, but it's more horror than comedy.
Who directed?
Kenny Gage and Devin Downs.
You know, Gage Downs.
Gage Downs.
And who produced it?
Robert Ryan, who is the sole creator and owner of Girl and Corpses magazine.
And he goes
Oh!
by
Ah, we know that guy.
Corpsey's
do
a
know
great
that
guy.
guy,
We're
yeah.
sorry.
Good friend of mine.
Corpsey.
Robert Corpsey.
Yeah, we see that guy at Monsterpalooza a lot.
Yes.
And,
Yeah, so
Good
in the-
friend.
in
So
the
he
movie
produced it.
Is Sid Haig is in the movie?
Great.
Robert Lasardo.
Wait a minute.
Bill Moseley.
Bill Moseley, yeah.
Yes. Andy Pagana.
Andy Pagana.
Curly G's in it.
Curly G.
My
Any of
friend-
our corpse
James
fighter
Smith.
girls
Hold
that
on.
we know?
Is this the one that was written by Genevieve?
No, Robert wrote it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's going to festival in a couple weeks or next week, and then it's
Yeah, in 2 weeks, it's going to be at the Arizona Film Festival. Or some festival.
Some
in
Stay
festival.
down, win, partner.
Phoenix.
We're going. Schwartz and Pagana will be there, so fans come out.
so that was my first film actually, and I've spent.
What did you have to do? Wait,
I-
He
describe what you
plays,
did.
he plays Joanna.
Is Alyssa Dowling
plays
in that
Cynthia.
movie?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I deliver a
Is she a
very
porn
important
star?
box.
There's a porn star. in it.
There
is?
There
Oh yeah, there
Who's the
is.
porn
Porn star. Do you remember her name?
Woo 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 woo.
But she-
woo, woo,
but she
woo.
can't
Because
remember
those
my
guys have a big roster of scream girls, scream queen girls.
And they're hot.
Yes.
Oh wait,
name.
I'm
Turn on the air
married.
conditioner.
You're married, yeah. Which
Okay,
means
so anyways, I do have like an opening scene. I deliver a box, so you guys wait for the guy that's delivering the box, and that's Curly G.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
so you don't have to watch the rest of the movie. That's the first.
That's it.
That's the opening scene.
And then the second film.
no. But tell them what you did. You had to like do a flip, right? You had to do a stunt.
Well, I did. I was basically getting it. Are you allowed to talk about the movie before it comes out?
Yeah,
I want
of
to build
course.
more of these movies.
I'd walk out of this. And
Okay, so
I'd never signed an NDA.
Yeah, so I'm delivering the box.
Why are you
I'm
doing
the
that?
driver that delivers the box.
Tell the story right. Tell it right.
And then
Tell it right.
a drone attacks me, and I have to like flip away from it. So I had to do a flip. And you know, in Hollywood, you don't just do one flip, right? I found that out the hard way.
Yeah, take
6
one,
hours.
take two, take
Many.
three.
Drones.
I'd walk
Guys
out of this
droning
on
on
an
them.
But
airplane.
You keep going till you get it right.
I didn't walk for a month.
And they didn't give you any padding, right? You just like would.
Oh no, my grandfather didn't use padding, so I wasn't about to use padding.
I like that.
They kept,
Died at like
they kept coming out. They kept coming out. Curly
That's
G,
a
okay,
stroke on
okay.
set,
I'm like,
you know.
That's a good point.
no. If
No,
my
no,
grandfather
no.
could do it for as many years as he did, as many flips and slaps and pokes and pies,
Don't let him down.
I'm not going to let him down. I'm not going to let you down, the audience that loves me so.
You know who said that?
Can you pay my SAG dues,
You know who
please?
said that? Christopher Reeve.
264.
Yeah.
All
So-
right, then the next movie.
Me too.
Next movie, Exorcism at 60,000 feet. It should be out in 2018. Another
That's a lot of
corpsey film.
60,000 feet.
Yeah. And it's I play a deaf mute. So I didn't, you know, there again, I didn't have to.
Could you
I
go
didn't
back
have-
into character right
I
now?
learned my lines. You know, it wasn't that
Thank
hard.
God.
But I think I did a hell of a job. And
Give
I
us a
think
little
you guys
preview. Let's see how you acted. More deafy, more muty.
I've seen better film on teeth.
Yeah,
The Jeff
60,000 feet.
Thank you, Ontario.
So it takes place
dentists.
on an airplane, 60,000?
Yes, yes.
Wait, 30,000 feet is cruising. You can't go higher than 30,000.
You got to wait to see the movie.
You're not
and see what
smoking the right
happens.
weed, bro.
Oh, I mean, you might be in orbit at 60,000, right? What do I know? I'm no aerospace guy.
Wait, you're not? We came here to talk to an aerospace guy.
Hey, there's no air in space.
There's no air in space.
Have you been to the Heirloom?
That's the
plug
restaurant.
Oh, now we're gonna plug our restaurant.
Oh yeah, Heirloom Restaurant in Toluca Lake.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Heirloom restaurant.
They use water from the Hudson River. It tastes like Scully.
It's not going in my bagel.
They call it the Scully water. Scully? Yeah. All right.
All right. What else? What else you guys got?
Gateway to the Jerry Marshall Theater.
That's true. Yeah, it's right down the road.
Which you were a human trafficker in.
Ray Donovan.
Ray
One of
Donovan.
my wife's
Did you get to
favorite
meet-
shows.
He was so evil, they kept him in extras holding.
Wow. Did you meet Liam Schreiber?
Not a Liam Schreiber could help it.
No, he wasn't. I hung out. I ate lunch with John Voight.
Oh, he's cool.
Really cool guy. So
Yeah.
laid back and cool, man.
Who's also Fight Core.
Really?
Yes, he's actually
Interesting fun fact about.
But he's
But-
he's vocally Fight Core.
Yeah.
He's like on their website.
Really?
Yes.
He's also a staunch Republican.
But if you go FICOR, you don't get your movies.
What do you mean?
You get them through the
Hey, guys.
Writer's Guild, man.
Yeah.
Guys, the first rule of Fight Corps, though, is you don't talk about Fight Corps.
You don't
And you're
talk
breaking
about
that rule.
I saw him and his brother in that movie. What?
We're in that scene.
Why can't you say it?
Well, we usually don't
You
talk
just said
about
not to.
Oh, wait, you have a brother?
I have several.
Yeah,
Is he as big as you?
Yeah.
almost. Yeah.
Wow.
The Don, which brother? The other one, your other Don that now no longer with us. He wrote Point.
He wrote Spielberg's.
Grosse Pointe
he wrote Grosse Pointe Blank, and he wrote Spielberg's Kung Fu Theater, which.
Spielberg's Kung Fu Theater?
Yeah.
Roy Spielberg.
Oh, yeah.
No wonder I never heard of it.
Oh, yeah.
dare you.
The talented brother. Wait, what's his name?
My late brother was Tom Jankiewicz. He wrote Grosse Pointe Blank.
Grosse
He
Pointe
sold
Blank
it-
was a classic. Yeah.
Yeah, and he sold a script to Spielberg called Kung Fu Theater. They owned the script. A lot of the jokes found their way into Kung Fu Panda, which was painful.
So did he get to meet with Spielberg?
Yeah, he did.
And?
And well, I wrote a book on
Hashtag me
a
too.
Spielberg movie. So
Did he yell about Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
Oh, yeah, was it before or after Crystal Skull?
it never came up.
You wrote a book about Spielberg?
What book?
Just when you thought it was safe at Jaws Companion. Now in its sixth printing.
Fabulous.
With all
Wow. So
four
there's
Jaws
6
movies.
copies of it?
Excuse me.
Whoa.
One of our guests is leaving.
Bye-bye, Chris.
One for every listener.
I'm gonna exercise the studio at 6 feet.
Oh.
That's good. 6. Wow. Congrats. I want to read it.
May I remind you how big he is?
Yeah, good point.
I know, right?
No, how often? I gotta ask. When you were at Kennedy Marshall,
Yes.
how
We'll
often
tell you everything.
how often did you see Spielberg? How often did he come in, if at all?
He didn't come in often, but we had to go to him. It's Spielberg. He doesn't come to you.
Yeah, but
you
the
go
way-
to him.
you're right.
But yeah, when I started, I was a PA, and every day, because they had just started Kennedy Marshall, so they had just left Amblin, every day we'd have to go to Amblin and pick up mail or drop off mail and things like that. So you'd sometimes see Spielberg hanging out. And going to Amblin was the best because they had an arcade room with old school arcade games.
I've been there too.
Catered lunch.
I was there for Casper in the best screening room on the Universal backlot, bar none. In the Spielberg Amblin screening room,
Yeah.
they have the original Mort Drucker art framed from the Mad Magazine parody of Jurassic Park on the wall.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's cool.
Yeah, he had that complete. You walk in, and he has that complete. If you're going to look at footage, they open up the entire. It's like going to AMC. You can have anything you want. The biggest box of Junior Mints. You grab these, grab Red Vines.
Oh, it's a kid's dream. You're just like, what?
It was amazing. And one of the great things is I knew from an old Rolling Stone article that Spielberg had a fountain or a wishing well with Jaws in it.
With like a little Jaws toy?
Yeah, actually, it was like a plastic head of a shark. And I told the publicist, the great, wonderful Anne-Marie Stein, who did all of his movies, including Schindler's List. And she goes, oh, you want to see the Jaws? And she walked me over, showed me the fountain. She points to this light, and you hear somebody playing, and she goes, that's John Williams' office.
No.
Wow. Yeah,
That's cool.
So we're hearing music.
And you were
I go,
like,
are we hearing
keep
John?
it down, Williams!
No, hey, he broke my heart. I saw him at the Bowl last year, played no Jaws at all.
He broke my heart when he did the score for Kingdom of the Crystal
Oh,
Skull.
yeah.
I mean, he literally ruined.
The music is good.
He changed the
it's
score.
Not, it's awful.
He changed the Raiders March.
Yeah, and at the end, the
that's
Raiders
true.
March is completely different.
To add the Mutt Williams
Who does
thing.
that?
So Pat, she's showing you. Okay, John Williams got next door,
Yeah.
and you're gonna see the shark.
Well, oh yeah.
the
So,
shark.
yeah.
so I'm looking for the shark. Rolling Stone mentioned there was a Jaws shark in a wishing well. And all I want to do is see this damn shark. We go up to the wishing well. It's a fake wishing well. And it's just a plastic shark head like you would get at Costco or something. You know what I mean? I was so let down because I thought it'd be like the animatronic head.
I know when I press a button, animatronic head comes out of the and snaps at you.
And what's interesting about Amblin is if you're anywhere on the back lot, try to F up the mic a little more, will you?
Sorry. I'm doing a bit over here. Sorry.
There's an angry British gentleman who will grab you by the lapels if anything happens to that mic. So what happens? Our station manager.
The Peter O'Toole?
No. You'll wish he was Peter O'Toole.
I do, actually.
He already does.
So you're on the back lot, and what they'll do on the tour and everything else.
I like when he gets whispery. It's like,
well,
this is real.
they'll go, everyone take a look at the Spartacus Square. Because Amblin is to the left on Steven Spielberg Drive.
Oh, yeah, they don't want you to look over there.
Oh, yeah. So they'll go, everyone look at the famous, and you're driving right past Amblin.
And there's a big ET logo on the gate. They've added so much security to that, it sucks.
You'll hear, it's like trying to crash the White House. When I went there, you would hear, there's a guy walking, one man walking. He's expected, let him through.
Two guys with mustaches and a pie.
Yeah. But it was
So like they don't even want you looking over there, do they?
No.
Well, remember, once somebody tries to rape you with handcuffs and masking tape, which is what happened to
You call him back.
Come on, Brad.
Oh, that's right. I like
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, he had duct tape. He had all the stuff for the accoutrement, as you would say.
We used to think that Andy was going to do that because Andy used to drive around. Andy made a Spielberg doll.
I have it. I still have
Like
my
a-
Spielberg doll.
Yeah. And he used to drive around with it in the back of his car.
Oh, no.
And I think I had just met you or a few years after when that
Andy,
story came out about the guy with the tape and who was going to kill Spielberg or something. And I was like, wait, is it Andy? Is it Andy?
Andy would make the doll talk to him. Andy, you're the greatest PA I've ever had on any one
You're
of my
better than me,
movies.
Andy.
Yeah.
You're better than me.
Actually, I think that's why I sold my screenplay, because I'd never wanted to be a writer.
What was the log line, by the way?
The best I could do is it's about a man in 1959, about a man, a wife, and mother-in-law driving across country, and the husband begins to suspect that there's a woman tied up in the trunk of the car in front of them. And the whole movie takes place in real time and within the car.
So it's cellular, but in 1959 without any...
It's like Duel meets Rearview Mirror. No, not Rearview Mirror. I'm sorry.
It's like Duel meets
Rear
Rear
Window. Rear Window. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, so it's Breakdown with Kurt Russell.
Nice. How dare you? No, it's nothing like that.
I've seen a few
I like that
films
movie.
like that where they're filming like the
It's a
camera
rip-off
doing
of
real
two Richard
time.
Matheson movies.
So you're looking through someone else's eyes, or where they got someone's behind the camera and they're doing the whole 9 yards. Yeah, it happens.
Wait, tell the story.
So he came to me in a dream once. Spielberg. Actually, I used to dream about him a lot.
Say,
He
Andy,
said, "Follow the weird naked Indian."
Spielberg comes floating down and says, "Say, Andy, have you seen my pants?
Come get him."
I can't
It's your dream, man. I don't know. I'm not wearing them."
I can't remember the beginning of it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Why are you dressed like Temple of Doom, by the way?
Right.
This is Spielberg.
I can't remember the beginning of the dream, but I remember I was just like, I've always wanted to make movies, and everything I was doing was failing. I could not get into the business, and came to me in a dream, and I said, "How do I get in? How do I get in?" And he leaned in real close to the point where our noses were touching, and he said, "Get in by writing."
Eskimo kiss.
Yeah, I didn't buy
Wow.
Did he give you Eskimo butterfly kisses on the nose?
Because you weren't thinking about writing then.
No, I never wrote anything. And
Yeah.
then I wrote a
That was an omen. That came to you in your dreams,
Yeah.
man.
And
That
I wrote a
is
script in 3
inspiring.
weeks. I wrote a script in 3 weeks. I won Blue Cat screenplay competition with it, Austin Film Festival. I placed in Nichols, and then I sold it for a lot of money.
A lot of
and
money.
I kind of, jumped.
Guys, a lot of money.
A lot of money.
He bought dinner that night.
I did. Somebody ordered the truffle pasta.
He said, boys, this will be the
$120.
best Taco Tuesday you've ever had.
I had a $125 plate
You
of
leave
pasta.
the tip. He did.
Yeah.
It was good.
Also, Lauren Reeder ordered a very expensive plate. Yes, her name is Lauren Reeder.
It was the only time she ever came out with us.
Who's Lauren Reeder?
Exactly.
It's a good question. Wow.
This is great. This is a true story,
Andy, are you
man.
Andy, are you still
What's
writing?
that chances of somebody famous Spielberg coming in and write a screenplay?
Yeah.
And just in your dream.
You listen when
and then you do it, and it
You have
works.
But
Yeah.
here's a fun part about it.
Follow your dreams.
This is going to be very hard to picture. So there's a set of Three Stooges dolls by Spumco, designed.
Oh,
by,
the John Quick Falusi, yeah.
yeah, designed by the Ren and Stimpy.
Right, beautiful.
So if you ever saw the Larry doll of that, he's got this abnormally large nose. It's like
Bordering on
5
anti.
inches
It's like
long.
caricatured. Yeah.
And Spielberg had that nose in my dream.
That's why he was touching you. He was across the room.
Oh yeah.
One of my
find
co-workers,
a
Cindy
picture.
Ramstead, did the sculpting for those dolls.
Oh wow!
And I worked
Really?
with her at this other company I work at doing, we worked on Star Wars together. And she used to work for Hanna-Barbera. And she showed me pictures of all the little toys she used to make and had the Three Stooges for those puppets. you
Yeah.
know?
You said when we worked on Star Wars.
Yeah.
He's sculpting the Disney Star Wars. rides.
I build sets. I do fabrication and sculpting for all the theme parks, all the theme
You buried the lead, moron.
Yeah.
for Universal Studios.
I take back everything I said about it.
Yeah. When you go to
I
Star
stand by
Wars,
about half of what you
when
said
you go
is
to
true.
Star Wars land and you see those life-size X-wing fighters and TIE fighters, yes, I had my hands all over that.
And Disney gave you a year-round pass for creating them.
No, they didn't. I didn't get. They
And
don't
when you
give
go
me shit.
And when you go to the restaurant and you see the waitress, I had my hands all over that.
Yeah. They don't give you.
That is a huge note.
If they, there it is. That's it.
I don't usually tell that part of the story.
You know what? I
turn
love
that
that
into
you
a
give that
Spielberg.
nose to Spielberg because the nose on the Larry doll looks like a penis.
I know.
Hey,
So does this.
Hey, so does that. Whoa.
Hey, it's just like a penis.
I'll put that away.
Whoa.
yeah, well, short
It
one.
clearly looks like he has a head injury.
It's like a child's penis.
Thank you.
There's the curly that owes you money.
Oh yeah.
Let's get back to that.
No, that's
No, let's
curly.
not get back to that.
Okay.
Wait, what? Okay.
So
And Andy's still a great writer. He's writing stuff even today.
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 I'm writing right now.
Yeah.
Right now we do skits. We write smaller.
Yeah,
shorter
talk
format
about
stuff.
Big Baby.
So,
Can we talk about Big Baby?
Yeah.
Please.
Have you seen Brad in our Big Baby in our web series?
No.
That we did. Okay.
Thanks for doing the research, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I got your
show
career,
you- I gotta show
your
you
career kind of stopped at Kennedy Marshall to us.
To us too, yeah.
So who's that me? Oh,
It doesn't matter. We're
How
on
sad.
a show.
I'll turn
Wait
my-
till
What
leave your phone
desperate
on.
attention-starved
Really?
guests we have. One ping and they're all running to it.
Ooh, somebody.
Get off
Baby
that
boomer
show
over
now.
here, right? Right.
I'm listening.
Right on the
Leave
cusp.
now.
The cops are on their way.
You have
Drop the
ruined
mic.
your career.
Drop the mic and walk away.
Just stay in. No, they're just stay in Ontario.
So we do a
Their
web
careers
series
are-
called Big Baby, where I play a giant baby.
Huge.
It's true.
Yeah.
Huge
In a baby
You
onesie.
realize the guy who co-wrote Last Boy Scout, I think David Arnott did a similar movie where he plays a giant baby. He's the last guy on
He
Earth.
did or not.
He played the last guy on Earth, and he did it with somehow he got Jerry Ryan to be in the movie with him.
The hot Dame?
Yeah,
Jerry
they
Ryan?
had 7 of 9.
The Last Boy Scout? I thought that was just Shane Black.
That's Shane Black.
Yeah. Shane Black was
Wrote it with David Arnott?
No. He rewrote them.
David Arnott?
Arnott.
Oh,
and his
Shane
partner-
rewrote them?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow,
That's
but
why it's not one of his best
got,
movies.
He got all credit.
Yeah, because
He rewrote every word.
Here's the amazing thing. He rewrote them to the point where I think he got part of the story by credit as well, which is next to impossible. So if you're doing a page 1 rewrite and you wind up on story, it means you changed so much of it fundamentally.
We start rewriting on page 2. Just, you know, we leave the title page alone.
The title page should always be left alone.
By the way, Shane Black, friend of Schwartzy and Began.
Yeah, he likes cherry pie.
Let's all take a moment and say
You know
hi.
what?
Shane Black.
Shane.
Hey, Shane.
You know what? And his brother Terry lectured in my college. Terry won an ACE award for writing the original Tales from the Crypt movie. Dig That Cat, He's Really Gone. Shane, I interviewed for.
Great title.
It is. He was stuck with the EC title from the 50s.
Oh, cool.
I interviewed Shane for Iron Man 3, a very nice guy. And Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is one of the most underrated movies ever made.
Oh, it's so good.
An amazing movie.
And The Nice Guys, too.
Oh,
There's a Nice Guys too.
Oh, yeah.
no,
it's coming.
Nice Guys. Nice Guys is good, but I love Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yes, so do we.
You know,
I love Shane. And Predator's coming soon.
Oh yeah,
and we're going to the premiere.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
Shane.
Shane, what time were you getting picked up?
3 tickets.
Shane, I interviewed
bring Curly G.
you and Terry. Send passes for me and Jeff
Me and
Sargent.
Terry?
Me and no, Terry Black, his brother.
Oh, we know Terry.
Oh,
It took you long enough to know Terry.
we don't talk about that.
It's about time Black's got jobs in Hollywood. So we're glad that Terry and Shane are working.
Terry, you know, the interesting thing is, besides Terry had written when Marvel was circling bankruptcy, they thought their way out of bankruptcy was to hire Terry Black to write The Lizard, the movie.
The
About
Lizard?
Yeah, it was about Kirk Connors, no
The
Spider-Man.
ever-loving lizard?
Yep.
His own
Spider-Man's arch enemy?
Yeah.
Oh, the lizard.
Well, they're doing a Venom movie now with Tom Hardy with no Spider-Man in it. So.
No, I know, but they've already built the universe. So, but you can't start with a lizard movie.
Yeah, they started with the Lizard movie. It never got made.
He's starting with a penguin.
That was
movie.
New World, yeah. It's if you watch Gotham, it's pretty much the Penguin movie.
So I want to know who is fighting over who gets to wear the diapers. Who gets to be the big baby?
I'm the big baby.
He's the big baby.
I am the baby.
He said, "I'll be the big baby."
I'm
I
the
didn't say it.
babysitter.
That's not how it happened. So Brad's the baby. Schwartzy does the voice of the.
I'm Perry.
He's
Perry the bear.
He's my teddy bear that torments me.
You owe Harvey Firestein.
No, it's more Mel Gibson's Beaver voice.
Yeah.
By the way, talk about a great script.
I thought that was Jodie Foster's beaver.
We don't talk about Jodie Foster's Beaver.
Wait,
No, we don't because the
don't?
lawyers. Remember the lawyers that don't talk about Jodie
With the
Foster's
age
Beaver.
of-
But I like Jodie Foster's beaver.
I know you like Jodie Foster's Beaver.
We all do.
Would you get off of Jodie Foster's Beaver?
I don't want to get out. I want to go on about Jodie.
Jodie Foster's Beaver
This guy has
coming to a theater near you.
This section of the show is sponsored
Yeah,
by
he
Jodie
loved-
Foster's Beaver.
No, it's not.
didn't
It's
start
going
it.
directly to
Jodie
video.
Foster's Beaver.
It's not playing at a theater.
That beaver made a lot of noise.
Okay, let's focus up, everybody.
Big
Focus
baby, big
up.
baby. Radio. We don't need to focus.
Okay, we got a grown man in diapers. And then what?
Oh, also in the show. So what happens? Tell us.
So this latest episode, Brad is our babysitter, and it's my babysitter, and it's a very Three Stooges-esque episode. It's a lot of slapstick humor. He got slapped and beat.
What? And you got food. You had to eat dog food. No, baby food.
I dig that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like Bill. I was bred for this type of punishment, just so you know.
He is so good
So
about
any of
it.
your listeners want to kick the living shit out of me, just get a hold of you guys and get a hold of me, okay?
Come on over to Chaotic
What's
Radio
up?
on 6th Street.
Hey, we take down to Venice Beach, man. You put you right next to that guy that says, "Kick me in the nuts" for $2.50.
He'll do it for 75 cents.
We should do that with a sack of nuts. Kick our nuts. Kick
Andy,
our nuts.
Kick
Andy,
me in
back
the
on
nuts
focus.
and win a sack of nuts.
Andy, back on focus. You were about to say something.
So where were we?
Big
He's
baby.
slapsticky.
Oh yeah.
Slapsticky.
Oh yeah, so watch
Find
it.
us on YouTube.
Find it on
So
YouTube.
you're doing your
Find it on
slapstick. And any pie in the face? Any?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, but that's what we did. Did you already say that?
No,
we talked
no,
about the
talk
113 pies.
No. And you said doing the
I don't smoke it no more.
slapstick-esque thing. You're
No,
the
I got a steak-
babysitter.
I got a steak in the
You're
eye.
the
I got
baby.
a tomato in the eye.
You got a weird shake on your head that's
Yeah,
made
a
out
lot-
of
a
like
lot
corned
of-
beef hash.
Yeah,
a lot of stuff.
He really gets a stooge style.
Yeah.
And and he likes
And
takes-
he's a good producer and a good writer and a good director, so we don't do things 50 times. Maybe 2 or 3.
What are you saying about the other
let it go.
director?
Those guys are amazing. Okay? Different level.
Okay.
Okay.
Take it easy. Jeez.
So, but he's ready. He's all for like, go ahead, hit me. Go ahead, smack me. Go ahead, like dump it on me.
Oh
So
yeah.
he's a fetishist.
No, he's carrying.
He's an
He's committed.
artist
He's
wanting to
committed.
make a good scene.
Yeah.
I'm doing it for the fans, for God's
Doing
sake.
it for the
Started
fan.
at Curly's 113th birthday, where Brad said, I want to honor
Grandpa,
my,
I've had 113 years to make you proud.
I want to honor my grandfather, and I'm gonna get hit in the face with 113 pies. So we drove him around on Curly's birthday, and we had 113 pies with us, and we had people all over Hollywood.
Grabbing people on the road saying, hey, you want to hit Curly's grandson in the face with a pie? Yeah. And there's a video of it. All 113 are on camera.
Curly's grandson.
And we made a mess.
And then this year for Curly's 114th birthday, so at the end of it was really funny. You were done.
You were miserable.
You were just like, more.
It was a long day.
And so then after that, like, a couple months go by, and he goes, for next year, I want to get hit in the face 114 times. So we're like,
what? Don't you remember what happened?
You remember how
Just
miserable
a short-term memory
year?
over here.
And he did it. So we decided to write a short. We had written a short because we do this Schwartzy began a comedy shtick.
Thanks for bringing that up, guys.
Yeah. And so we did a short with them where we meet Curly's grandson, and the I guess the story is
the plot.
The
intricate plot.
Yes.
There is a plot in this.
I write well. I write good.
He doesn't remember the word because normally we don't have plots. It's just a setup for gags.
So it's a big concept of
it.
Well, we run into Curly's grandson in the park, and basically we find out that he can't feel pain. So we just spend the rest of the movie smacking him and breaking bottles over his head, hitting him with wrenches and baseball bats. And he took it like a champ, like all these breakaway glass.
114 times?
114 times. Wow. And that was another day where at the end of the day, you were done.
I had a mild concussion.
And there was blood, right?
There was blood.
Oh, there was blood?
From breakaway glass.
But I'm ready. I'm going to continue to do this the rest of my entire life.
The next 4 years of the rest of his life.
Yes.
What?
God willing.
Why'd you take so long
to...
Bradley, why did it take so long to get into this?
You got to kind of build a scab layer. I mean, it takes 50 years to build a cranium like this. I can take that kind of punishment.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, I know there's a secret recipe to having the perfect custard pie. Now, is this with the filling and then, crust, filling, and then whipped cream?
We just use a horseshoe and some whipped cream.
Yeah.
I know there's a special pudding that
horseshoe crust.
Custard that you get from England.
We were too cheap for that. We just used
tins and
whipped cream.
Well, I remember.
I want custard.
In most
113 custard pies.
In most book, one of the horrible things is when they were doing a pie fight after they got on the Columbia back lot. The PA would sweep the pie remnants into a plate and just hand it to somebody to mash in their face.
Oh.
And I know he got a sliver. Mo got a sliver in his eye, and he writes about in the book. From the sawdust on the floor.
Oh, that's terrible.
I mean, they
got hurt. They
got jacked up.
Yeah.
We did that with you in the park with the pie. Remember the pie? We hit you with the pie, and we needed to do it again. And so we put all the pie back in the tray and we threw it at you.
Shaving cream.
And that was a real pie.
That was a apple
real
pie that we
heavy...
had to throw from off camera and hit him in the head with it.
Well, they never used apple pie in the shorts, though. They usually used lemon cream, right?
Yeah, but this is the new.
Yeah,
this is the new version.
This is modern, all right? The kids don't stand for the lemon cream anymore. They want their apple pie.
Apple's funny these days.
Also, we're Americans and everything's apple pie.
Apple pie.
Yeah, apple's trending.
Also, lemon is like 75 cents more.
Oh, that's expensive. Lemon meringue pie at $5 a piece. I mean,
someone told us apple stock was going up, so we did apple pie.
That's hilarious.
All right, guys.
Hey,
well, we finally have nothing.
You know what? I hate to say this. You three are very entertaining.
Roy Brewster he was on. He's got another show here.
Did he just call us?
The Roy and Jimmy thing. These guys right
here. What Roy have to say?
They're at Kudos Pizza right now, and they need more people. They're indie filmmaker. They're filming
wait,
there.
Hold on. Who wants pizza at 8 in the morning?
Wait, they're filming a movie. They need actors.
So I said, well, why don't we cruise on by there and crash the set? And,
hey, we're in SAG.
And
oh yeah, we're in SAG now. Schwartz and I share a card.
Yeah.
That's at Kudos Pizza on Foothill and Grove, right up the street.
Foothill and Grove.
And they're shooting the new Star Wars there?
At Kudos, at Kudos Pizza, filming the new Star Wars.
Justin Bieber's
Schwartzy used his Kennedy Marshall
the
connection.
Roy and Jimmy thing. Roy Brewster.
New York bagels.
Hey, don't go after the sponsor.
It's water flown in from Flint, Michigan.
Yeah. The joke is the lead content in Flint, Michigan. For those of you who don't know, the man insulting my home state here.
Hey, we know Flint. We saved Detroit. Schwartzy began it. We're on a campaign.
That's why it's thriving now because of us.
Yeah, you're welcome, Detroit.
My dad's from Detroit, by the way.
What part?
All his parts.
Yeah. I don't know exactly.
You don't know?
He's not alive anymore to ask.
Oh.
I was too young. I didn't know to ask him then.
kills
We hope he's dead. They buried him.
Is he? Did they?
Wow.
I'm no historian. He's dead somewhere. From his.
By the way, that's the same type of care Jeff did as a deadbeat dad.
So, Brad, I hear you're a pretty good drummer, man. You played in bands and jammed with some big stars here.
I jam a little bit, yeah. Where I came from San Diego after my dad had passed and came to LA, didn't have any friends, so I rented a drum set and kind of just played along to the radio, and then all of a sudden a knock on the door. Blonde-haired kid down the street said, "Hey,
shut up!
Heard you playing. Can I come check you out?" We became really good friends. He was living in the
He
park.
directed the Jeepers Creepers
Wound up
movies.
living with us. He was a drummer, and he wound up saying I was going to be a rock and roll drummer. And he kept working jobs, getting a drum. Next thing you know, he's in a band playing at the Troubadour, and in the marquee we go and watch. And at the bottom, first it says Rat, and at the bottom it says appearing Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses.
Steve Adler was my best friend.
God.
We had a connection. We shared drums, and we're still friends today.
That's great. I just ran into him a few times.
Is he okay?
I saw him at the NAMM show. I asked him to come on the show, but he's still kind of.
I did 2 tours of that show.
He's doing good. He's doing good.
Yeah. But I got the guy that was with him, his publicist or whatever, I got his card, and I said, because, I'll hand him a card or something.
Publicist.
He'll lay it down, and he's still talking, and, you hand him something, and it's gone. But
yeah, he's a sweet
guy. He's a really cool guy. Yeah.
Very cool. He's playing actually the Whiskey May 10th, and then he's got a tour actually with Adler's Appetite in Australia.
Anybody who goes out of his way, out of his entourage to tell me how cool my mustache is, got to be all right, man.
He is a good guy. Very good guy.
We meant to say that to you. Also.
Yeah,
I couldn't see it behind the microphone.
Yeah.
But I love the jam. So if you guys know any musicians that want to jam with Curly G,
Is Steve Adler related to Lou Adler, the producer?
No, I don't know. He wouldn't be living in the park if he
He was living in the park?
Yeah.
Wow.
1981. Yeah. So
Where was this?
In Canoga Park, actually. Chase Park.
If you can live in a park, you might as well live in Canoga Park.
Yeah, I mean, it's got park.
Got the worst park.
Worst to live by.
Hollywood Park,
Write
you
this
might
down,
get run
kids.
over by horses.
Better than Central Park.
Yeah.
A lot safer.
Could be a lot worse.
But Central Park is where you get New York water, which Jamal uses for New York bagels.
geez.
Yeah.
How much do they pay
I
you?
hope that's not true.
Yeah.
They pipe it down from the Adirondacks, don't they?
Yeah.
Sure.
So if you guys play
Speaking of piping down,
you guys play
shut
music
up.
on this station too?
Jeff does, yeah.
Sometimes when, we start off that way, but, we like doing talk radio. You
guys
know?
are good at it.
All right,
We like
well, let's
having
get started
people
then.
in the studio doing
Let's start
things.
talking. We like
Sometimes,
the music.
if I get a musician or, somebody has records out, we'll play some of their music. But,
Oh.
but we
Who's the biggest star you've interviewed?
Other than us.
Yeah, Schwarzenegger and Curly.
Let's see.
grandson.
We've had Carl Gottlieb.
Oh, cool.
Jaws.
Yeah, he's my
Steve
Facebook
Martin.
friend.
The
Jerk.
Caveman, everything. The Jerk. We talked
Yeah.
about. One of the things he said in the show is you can never.
No, I don't know the movie.
We had the drummer from the Blues Brothers.
Drummer for the Blues Brothers.
Oh, cool.
Let's see. Your friends. We had the guys from what was the punk band from Return of the Living Dead?
TSOL. We had Jack
TSOL.
Grisham.
Nice.
Trying to think of some of our better shows. Let's see.
Superboy.
We had Superboy on with Jeffrey.
Superboy?
We had
He wasn't super. He was young
On
Clark.
Smallville?
Young Clark from
Jeff
78
East
Superman.
But he was also in Pumpkinhead and a bunch of other stuff.
And we had Jack O'Halloran, who played Non.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of guys who worked on the 76 King Kong on the week.
Oh, yeah, Bertram Gibbs.
Bertram Gibbs has written like 3 great books. And he's like, you're bringing me on seriously a second time to talk about being an extra in King Kong.
Yes.
Wow.
But
Clearly,
his King Kong stories in New York were pretty funny.
clearly
this great
Steve
talent.
Joyner is
Yeah, I
killing
was
it.
just about to say Steve Joyner.
That's our guy.
Hi,
Todd
Steve.
Tucker.
Thank you, Steve.
Hey, a
Thank you,
moment
Steve.
of silence for Steve Joyner.
What happened?
The late Steve Joyner.
We love Steve Joyner.
No, he's not dead. He was
He
supposed
died
to
as
be your
a
house.
late
Oh,
Steve.
he
He just called.
He just called. Yeah, he's probably got to go pick up his kid from school. And
Yeah, probably you never had a Deadbeat Dad magazine.
yeah.
Yeah, you should send him an He's not
a
doing
good
it right.
father.
Yeah.
He sent him a check every 5 years like a dog.
Check that says, I owe
But
you.
he's a great supplier of talent.
Yes, he is. He's good at what he does.
He is,
we
he
love
is.
Steve.
Steve's a great guy. And we had
What
Tom
does he do?
Tucker.
Chris?
He's
What?
a procure.
Procure. Okay, where's some of that
Yeah,
music?
so
Cut the music.
Yeah. What happened
We
to
need
him?
to fill
Get the
space.
boner sounds. Get the boing.
He plays music where we're trying to
Get
talk,
the
and then
spring
when-
sounds going off. Yo,
Yeah.
boing.
Hey, you guys want to slap me on the air and see if it comes through on these mics? Turn the mics up real high.
Oh, yeah,
Give me a
get-
slap. Come on.
Oh!
Harder. Harder.
Get in on this. You got to.
This
Hey,
is-
you guys do this. It's
Come
so
on,
fun.
slap
This is
the
like
living
a-
shit out of me.
This is like a fetish video.
And I'm not a masochist. This isn't something that I
All
like
right, you
enjoy.
ready?
Yeah,
You
hit me.
ready?
Hit me.
All right, hold on.
Harder.
Are you sure?
Why,
Yeah.
yo?
You stop. Are you rolling yet?
We got to start this all
Harder.
over.
Are you
Don't poke
rolling
my
yet?
eye. Harder. Harder.
How come your head's not moving? Oh, wow, hitting the mic. Hey guys, come here. You got to do
That's abuse.
Hey, come here.
I
Come
can't,
here. Come
I
here.
can't hit it
Oh, yeah,
out.
you got
No,
it.
no,
Hey,
no.
lips.
I can't.
I would not go out This is the worst Hot Chick Friday in history.
Yeah.
Betty Beware, where are you?
No more Stooges on Friday. We want Hot Chick Friday.
Hot Chick Friday, starting Monday again.
Starting Monday.
Wait, Hot Chick Friday?
When are we going to the pizza place?
Are we the
Yeah.
Hot Chicks this week?
Yeah, we'll go there after the show and we'll craft. They need their. We'll find out what this
Do they
indie
need some
movie is
extras?
all about.
They need some extras.
Yeah.
Everybody look at the
Will they
camera.
kick the shit out of me?
I'm not
Everybody.
doing extra work.
Whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Not my jam.
I'm on the radio.
On the radio.
Quiet, we're on the radio.
Roy said to come by. It's right there. His sponsor, Kudos Pizza, who sponsors the Roy and Jimmy thing.
The Roy and
Their
Jimmy
show.
thing.
These guys right here.
Oh, yeah.
Are they any good?
Yeah, they're great. They're a great show.
I like the non-committal, yeah.
Let's get on.
They're
Let's get
not
real,
our
guys.
sponsors, they're Roy and Jimmy
Roy
sponsors.
and Jimmy's
Let's get
sponsor.
real.
Yes, they have
I can't
delicious
vouch
pizza.
for them.
I
I
didn't
can't
Roy and
vouch
Jimmy
for
were
them the
any
way.
good, not the
Oh
sponsor.
yeah, they
Yeah, we
support
love
our
Roy and
show.
Jimmy.
They
Okay.
support.
What do they do?
Roy was on our show yesterday. He is helping us out. And
Roy
they're
and
great
Jimmy
supporters.
are-
We support each other's shows.
They're the awesome nighttime.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So can I reverse this and ask you a couple questions? Do you guys have any Three Stooge favorite shorts that you cared
Yeah,
for?
Yes.
Ants in the Pantry, of course.
Okay.
Hold That Lion, I love. Yeah,
all four Stooges.
yeah, by the way, and yeah, because you see Curly, aka Jerome, sleeping when the lion walks by, with the tail.
With hair.
Yes, yeah. Mo writes in the book about how your grandfather was a very handsome guy with hair, and he cried when they made him shave his head, and what was I going to say? Yeah, so Uncivil Warriors, I think is great. I love the Stooges in Detroit because it was imitable behavior in the 80s. They used to run them at midnight, and you would watch the Three Stooges at midnight and just love the hell out of them.
The bridges I burn like the way.
What? Why are we playing the opening?
One time.
You said Detroit.
It's the opening theme to Beverly Hills 90210 with that guitar. My question:
Classic Dan.
Can you do the Curly Shuffle?
I can do the shuffle.
You heard the song though.
Yes.
What'd
Who
you
wrote
think?
that song? That was back in '78, wasn't
Jump
it?
in
No,
the shadows.
80s.
Jump in
Me and my
Asleep at
friends
the wheel.
love Curly.
Asleep at the
Asleep at the
wheel.
wheel.
Wow.
So you can actually YouTube the video and see it live. I didn't even know you could see it live. YouTube the video.
In
It's
seventh grade, I did the Curly Shuffle at a dance. I requested it for from the DJ. He's like, I think I have that. And I did it
Curly
in front of the
Shuffle.
entire school, and they carried me out. They were like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, get him out of here.
Give him some
That's not
tests.
how I remember it.
He needs to go home in a shorter bus.
My favorite episodes was the one with the when he put on the gorilla suit, and then there was the real gorilla, and they were in the.
That's
forest.
all of them.
He goes, "I'm not me."
Yeah, that.
What do you mean you're not you? And he starts slapping the gorilla around.
I like that one where Mo slapped Curly in the face.
Oh, which one was that?
And the one where they were in the jungle with the cannibals and they were going to split them with the heads. Hey, you got them noodle arms. You can't chop your way through a paper bag. Not that one. Right? Yeah, I don't know a lot of the titles. I just know the
Right.
scenes.
I'm no historian either, but they are great, timeless.
Uncivil
Timeless.
Warriors is really underrated. And a lot of these were shot on the Columbia backlot, like the jungle gym sets and all that.
That's
So-
the MGM studio, which is now
Sony.
Culver Studios.
Sony,
right?
yeah, Sony.
Sony and Culver. Yeah.
Sony, yeah.
Because if you want to see the Stooge streets, where they're throwing the fish and all that, it's Culver City. They shot in the same streets as Batman. There's the old Batman TV series. There's that one about a couple blocks from the studio. There's like that pie sliver building shape. You know what I'm talking about? Stooges always shot there. Batman always shot there because it was close to the studio. Yeah. And it's interesting because I interviewed I interviewed an actress who was in Frankenstein versus the Space Monster, and on Batman. One of her first things, I think, was Outer Space Jitters, one of the last Stooges shorts. And she liked them. She thought Mo and Larry were very nice, you know?
We know a guy. Who's the guy we know who this is Quinn?
Oh, Quinn, the writer.
Quinn, yeah. He won an Oscar for being one of the writers on Deer
Hercules.
Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
Deer Hunter, but he was in Schwartzy Pagana Meet.
Oh, they tried to screw him.
No,
Schwartzy Pagana.
You know the story.
Oh, yeah.
The story
was that the Steve Reeves? Was Steve Reeves Hercules?
No.
Victor Mature.
No. The Three Stooges meet Hercules. It was some generic strongman.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, because also, that's right, an old friend of my late brother, also gone now, a guy named C.Z. Wick. His dad wrote The Three Stooges meet Snow White.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You know,
Very
and
cool.
Wait, I don't know. Was it a cartoon?
no, it was live action.
live
It was
action.
one. It was
Wow.
one. It's
It
terrible. It was one of the
Live action.
Live.
And they did a movie with Adam West.
Yes, The Outlaws is coming.
Go West.
No, The Outlaws is
The
coming.
Outlaws.
Outlaws is coming.
All right.
He's saying it very confidently, so then you have to believe him.
And if you guys are ever in Pennsylvania, Fort Washington, Pennsylvania,
Get out.
The Stoogium,
Before dark.
the biggest museum, the 3 stories of all Stooge memorabilia. It's
Wow.
They should have called
gem.
it. They should have called it a museum.
Yeah.
Brad, do they have some of the original props in there, like the
Oh, yes.
rubber crowbars and things
Yes.
like that?
Yeah, you guys would be amazed. So if
Oh,
you're
wow.
ever in that area, you definitely got to stop by.
So we should hit. If
You
we
need
go to
to read-
Pennsylvania, we could go hit the mall where
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn
Monroeville
of the
Mall.
Dead is.
Oh, yeah.
Then we can see the Stooge Museum.
We'll take
Yeah.
the
And
funicular.
then-
How far from Philly is it?
It's
See-
45 minutes.
Oh,
But if
that's
you're in,
pretty
if you're in Philly, we have to run the Rocky Stairs,
Oh,
We did that.
and then we have to drive.
yeah.
around-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We have to recreate scenes from M. Night Shyamalan movies all over Bucks County.
Yeah, everyone.
I claim the redheaded chick in the shower. What's that one called?
That, I think it's called
Redhead
that. That was
Chick
the
in the
working
Shower.
title. Yeah, it's the Lady in the Water.
Lady in the Water. Worst
on that set.
effing movie. Were you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Skylar Schmidt got me on.
You were in a bad
Skylar.
movie?
Wait.
No, I was on the
Yeah.
set.
Oh.
They built an apartment building just for that. That was all.
Yeah,
set.
by the pool, they had the swimming pool. And
It was
it was all
all
by
built.
itself. Yeah.
It was all built. Yeah.
Paul Giamatti.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we
They
should
great.
announce that.
How'd you like that?
Schwartz,
that-
wait, hold on. Schwartz and Pagana are going to be in Creed 2.
Oh, that's true.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, is it the pitch I heard? He's fighting Drago's kid. Is that true?
They're in
Wow.
Philly right now training.
Wow.
We'll be going out in a month and a half.
Stallone is still fighting cancer.
Wait.
Oh, the
Rockies.
movie, the character.
Sorry,
is,
yeah, not Stallone.
Yeah, the Stallone's
Yeah,
son
we're
is
going to go out
Bob.
in May or in April.
Is Eric Killmonger in it?
Eric Killmonger actually has a real name. Yes, Eric Killmonger is returning as Creed.
Oh, you're talking
Yeah.
about Black Panther.
Yes. He's
not
the same
talking
guy.
about Black Panther.
No, you racist. He
The
played the same
actor.
character.
What the hell did I
How dare you?
By the way, he was the worst Pink Panther movie we've ever seen.
Well, trailer to Pink Panther.
All right, second worst.
Yeah. Trail of the Pink Panther with the guy with Ted Wass. That's
Actually,
the
that was
absolute.
okay. Actually,
Oh,
no.
screw you.
No. Son of the Pink Panther. Son of the Pink Panther was a disaster.
Oh, is that the Benini one?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. That was
They
pretty
made
bad.
Herbert Lom like nice.
Nah,
Right?
come
They
on.
totally killed him.
Yeah, it's
But Ted Wass came in for like all the found footage because my agent represented the estate of Blake Edwards. And Blake Edwards' son would come in like midday looking really relaxed from the beach, pick up his dad's, residuals and then take off again.
Nice.
I thought that must be nice, all that 10 money.
So that, and the Blake Edwards' last movie was Son of the Pink Panther.
That's why he had to kill himself.
Wait, he directed the Benini movie?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he wrote and directed it.
He wanted full credit.
Yeah, well, he
A tax write-off.
Speaking of his,
Could've been good.
until now, I thought his worst movie was A Fine Mess with Ted Danson and Howie Mandel.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
Pretty bad. He was trying to do like a Laurel and Hardy movie.
What a mess that was.
That was
Yeah.
bad. First of all, I like Ted Danson, but he's not that kind of comedian.
No.
No.
That
No.
did not work.
So tell us more about this Rocky thing that you're allowed to
We
talk
We
about.
can't talk too much about it. But
He plays a large character, and I play a small
If
character.
they didn't tell me about it, I know that.
And we're in an Italian restaurant. That's all I
Wow. Oh.
Go figure.
You're in Stallone's restaurant.
can say.
We're not supposed to-
Oh,
we're
yeah,
not
sorry.
gonna say.
Perhaps.
said too much.
I'm not saying that.
Now that you've said that, now we have to actually
not-
get a part in the movie.
I'm not saying we're Drago's son's manager.
Andy,
I just got a message. I just got a text from SAG right now.
Uh-oh.
Andy,
Violating
You're paying me SAG.
Trust me, SAG wants nothing from Jeff Sargent.
You're just, it's just a fine, that's all.
No, the SAG
Larry.
message. The SAG message to Jeff says, "Go back to extras holding."
Yeah, go.
Oh, you're coming.
Oh, you coming with us?
Is there room in the booth for me?
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. In the booth. You can be the busboy.
They are casting a sexy assistant for us, so that could be
Yeah. Can me and Pat play garbage man?
Hey, wait. I predict pain.
Oh, predict pain. I will break you.
If he dies, he dies.
The great thing is, if he dies,
he dies.
You know what? Apollo Creed's widow. I had a kidney stone. I was in the motion. 2 minutes to break, by the way.
Oh, son of a bitch, man.
We're going long today, Dan.
2 minutes.
Keep it going.
Dan's the bad guy.
I want to hear about Apollo Creed's widow's liver.
Okay.
Let's do it. We got 2 minutes to break.
Okay, real fast.
No,
I was in the
keep
motion.
it going. Keep it rolling.
I was at the motion
We
picture.
can make a movie with that much money.
Hospital.
I got my camera in the car.
Let's do it.
And there was a woman next to me who looked really familiar. And I remember leaning over and I go, Are you Apollo Creed's widow? And she got so excited because she was indeed Apollo Creed's. Because they do that great smash cut in Rocky IV.
Yeah.
Remember Stallone throwing the towel? And so she told me Rocky stories all the way to the doctor taking care of me.
That's pretty cool.
Wow. Good story.
But then they recast her.
Yes.
That was sad.
Yes.
Okay, you guys, you got 2 minutes. Let's plug you guys.
Plug, boys.
What's going on? How do we follow you?
Plug me.
I told you they were fetishists.
Brad, start.
Well, on Facebook, I'm under Bradley's server, and it'll say Curly's grandson.
And what about on MySpace?
I'm not on MySpace. He's the one that likes 10-year-olds.
Okay, Schwartzy, Chris Schwartz. Okay.
Instagram, CM_Schwartzy. Find me. You can find me Facebook. Just look up Schwartzy. Schwartzy and Pagana.
Schwartzy and Pagana.
And I'm Andy Pagana. You type in Andy Pagana, and everything will come up. These guys will come up. YouTube is probably best for me. You'll find Andy Pagana on YouTube. You'll find all three of us.
Curly G on YouTube.
Curly G on YouTube.
That's best for me, too.
Big Baby. Add it all.
Andy Pagana on Instagram, and you'll see all our shenanigans.
Yeah.
And if you
More
are
to come.
Wow, very nice. WonderCon kicks off today, and if you are at WonderCon on Sunday, come 10 a.m. Anaheim Convention Center. I will be on the Gospel According to Chick Tracks panel. Come see, come hang, come enjoy. I wish we called.
We'll be at brunch.
Yeah, we'll be at brunch.
And that's it. If anybody wants to crash the set, they need people over at Kudos Pizza.
No, people.
In Upland, California, right up here on the corner of Grove and Foothill in the shopping center. They're filming an indie movie there. And we're going to go there right now.
Wait, an Indiana Jones movie?
An Indiana independent movie. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Well done,
Gentlemen, fantastic. Thank you.
Wow, that was great.
Wow,
That was a lot of flapping.
my ears are.
A lot of fun, you guys.
There's bad radio, good radio, and chaotic radio. In that order.